no na penny oyɛ sɛ da bi asɛm aba no wate ne mframa mu die na wo sɛ yɛbɛgya no no ɔba busua ɛna nso wibisa sɛ nea wate ne yɛ no kora na sɛ sɛ ne tie na ɛte saa sɛ nea yɛba yɛ mode ato anim a ɛkyɛ sɛ wɔno nso so asɛm tia ne sɛ ɔma abusua yɛ akɔ yɛn nyinaa yɛ akɔ ɛsiane sɛ mpani sɛ ɛka wo nanti a na aka wo to aka abusua no deɛ nanso aka party no aka titiri mmarahyɛ badwa ekuo no MPP kuo a ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna ɔno a yɛn former vice president so deɛ ɛnam sɛ na ɔne no wɔ ayɔnkofa soronko nti no aka no yie nti yɛbaeɛ a abusua yɛ akɔ ɛna yɛbɛma na yɛma mo hyɛ den na afei sɛnea mo ka sɛ obetia mo na akyi akɔ wɔnkyi no ɛne abusua akɔka no akamfo deɛ hyehyɛ bɛba ho sɛ yɛdi no a wɔtwe sɛ yɛyɛ ne sɛn na afei nso no ɛho nhyehyɛeɛ a aka ɛdeɛ mmarahyɛ badwa asɛm sɛ wobɛbɔ mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ no amanneɛ constitution sɛ ne ɛsi kyerɛ no ɛma kwan ma biribi sɛ ɛsi a yɛntena se pii yɛsɛ aduduosia ɛyɛ bosome mmienu pɛpɛpɛ wɔ sɛ yɛpɛ ne nam si ni ɛno nso yɛ asɛm foforɔ nti ne nyinaa no wadaroma mbɛdwene ho yie na mama mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ no nso ateɛ ne yɛhunu kwan a ɛkwan pa ɛbɛfa so na yɛma mpani abɛdi akyire a wɔtwa mu no ɔse nhyehyɛeɛ biara nso a mɔbɛyɛ no ɔma no asɔnte ne yɛhunu anammɔn a ɔno nso bɛtuo na ɔde aka abusua ho na sɛnea yɛbɛtumi akata n'akyi korakora na afei ɔyerɛ ne mma a ɔgya akyire no nso no ahwɛ ho asɛm aka yɛaka no yie ano di sɛm a ɔde baeɛ no na abusua yɛ akɔ bio
abusua twaa me sɛdeɛ yɛ leaders aka no ɛnnora yɛante asɛm dɛ na yɛwɔ National Executive Committee meeting ɛna biribi ba a chairman wontumi ne phone so na ɔde bɛkyerɛɛ me na meeting no nyinaa sɛeɛ ɛbaeɛ no de obi ntumi ankasa bio me deɛ mente aseɛ medwen a mente aseɛ because NS mene no yɛfɛ na ɔyɛ me nyanko paa prɛko pɛ na metaa n'akyi paa ne election wɔ akotia chairman wɔ ha former chairman so wɔ ha wohwɛ mmarahyɛ badwa no mu a mengye ndi sɛ wobɛhu obi a ɔsupport me kyɛn NS baako na wotaa m'akyi paa nti efiada no ɛna ɔbɛsra me wɔ fie mene no yɛtena ase bɔ nkɔmmɔ yes efiada yi na yɛ goodbye each other na ɔkɔɔyɛ so na minim sɛ saa deɛ because na bibian kyerɛ sɛ ɔyare mpo nti mebɛte ɛnora sɛ wefiri mu no still I'm in ase na yɛka sɛ yɛbɛba fie yɛbɛba yere ne ma no abusua nyinaa yɛ akɔ wei deɛ ɛnyɛ mo nko a yɛn nyinaa yɛka ho MPP nyinaa mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ nyinaa yɛn nyinaa loss no yɛn nyinaa yɛdeɛ nti bibia mobɛhyehyɛ bia yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka ho ama yie mfiri mu yɛso yɛka ho paa ma mo yɛ akɔ yɛmfa no nkra sie ɛda mo ase
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ
No, said Nebuna, a local say, a man, a kuno, a mama kunya, yammy bet Siomoka. Yes, Arabuso Bagababio, Arabusa Jana Gababa, Zamra Shania by my Prosembra, Arabu Pasobia. Yania Brepa, where ya walkway, what die a hawkway. Ye nyane sesu bie mu wo akwati akwanso ehyi ye nyane sesu
EpaHoaDaben.
No said Nebuna a local say, a man kuno, a mama kunya, yammy bet Siomoka. Yakupo bet Siomoka was at the Sasakano, a money mahu. Yammy was shakumem. Any punishment ye genuine papa, why yebia my papa, or Matana, so why yebia my why yebia my ye, who are no, I were to know, say not the child. And why ya near the brain a people for, and why ya will be a continuous but to know. What could I say?
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Oh,
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na no kre eye baako pe.
And this is the sweetest one. Whistleblower channels are in place, and informants are eligible to receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value.
EpaHoaDaben.
So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na no kre eye baako pe.
And in line with this, let me use this opportunity to inform Ghanaians that this Sunday, ENI will turn off their valve temporarily to increase gas production to about 270 mmscf. That is good news. It means that we are stabilizing the power sector. But let me also use the opportunity, members of the press, please help us to spread this information. Because the plant will be turned off for that short period within the day for maintenance works, we are likely to experience some interaction or interruption of power. Please bear with us. It is for good purpose. It is to enable us to stabilize the power. We've done all the scenarios, we've done all the analysis.
98.9.
Based on the advice from the engineers, I've directed that we do not attempt to run those plants on liquid fuels for that short period, because it involves changing nozzles, it involves a lot of work. And so if you are going to be off for about 4 to 6 hours, you don't risk it transitioning to liquid fuels only to come back to gas. We are working around the clock to minimize any potential adverse impact during that period. But I want to appeal to Ghanaians to bear with us for that short period. Once the work is done, we shall stabilize supply of gas, increase gas production, and that will improve the delivery of power.
EpaHoaDaben.
Free Yanara, oh my God, oh may be soon pona. Free Yanara, ornamento. Come when you to Sanui, and let's sing it with meaning. Oh may be soon pon, Naye may be Yahuto, Messume. Messume ya me fa na wo so aye wo fa. Messume ya me de na wo so ba ya wo de. Se yehunu yehunu se ya nipa ba ko with one destiny a. Eya kayo e o mu se obia ne hyebre de na nso collectively ye wo hyebre ba ko. Yenyina ye hyebre ne se so meye ni ye a yenyina ye ni ye. Yenyina ye hyebre ne se so meye di ye a yenyina ebedi ye. Enti enkambom ni enye. Ewia mi gidi so obo ade adaro ma ho ye. Me so me ho ye papa. Mame na wase e. Me mo akwa be. So waka me ho na ewia yi. Eni ewia bia. EpaHoaDaben dwumedie ni. We are airborne. Baby I will be a meton safro. Cementie keke. Emom kan ye ho ne ni nkomo ni mom. And so we'll do that on Facebook. Bra Facebook na. And then come on also. And shisha so. Na ye me ibenya so. Na. Oh my God, Ablekumano. In less than some 24 hours, 11th July, 7 a.m. Now, outstanding polling stations, our electoral commission say 19 yekoto hoabano. Na baso. Na akwa say MPP nemu achemienu. Asa ni national agency national SC no. Enye enubi na constituency for no so etu ho anamo. Door to door koso Ablekuma North. MPP for door to door. But national so say oma boycott election you. Ana asesa. Yebekwa Ablekuma North. Political parties no ahoboabo ne te say position asesa na. NPP candidate Her Excellency Ekwe Free any semtro for ebedi ahia wie yi. E de ho amane ebo beba. But the NDC has been campaigning. If it da electoral commission edekata ne ba bontini say what's the date 11th July yemkoto aba no 19 polling stations. Na dichi ye pepepe be frɛ deputy director of elections of the NDC. If I be frɛ no coincidentally no wo constituency ho. Omo yem tutoye and they've been campaigning since that day. Almost seat in the Awamoje. NPP so say Omoma winning did that. Almost Oma winning by 414 votes. And then as someone Oma can enunti almost Omo chum who free abatu ni mu. And it says Womo ekwakoto abani bia. Na kyerɛ sɛ illegality na wɔn endorse. Na sɛ mate MPP for ni bi aka sɛ adeɛ wei no ɛyɛ sɛ bi a electoral commission atwa to hɔ a future elections no ɛyɛ adeɛ a wɔn bɛyɛ bie. Because sɛ ɛnɛnɛ yɛma ɛyɛ ata ɛyɛ ma ata kakra na ɔkyerɛ bɛyɛ ama ata panyin. Enti o boycott na enunti wo mpɛ sɛ ɔbɛ endorse an illegality a ɛne ye bia wo ne ɔmo kɔ election sɛ ne wa de opportunity ni ba ya de abebi enti kɔgyina kona no ne nkyenkɔ but party ne akyerɛ mu ɔmo asɛm ne sɛ the electoral commission ayɛ no entwa yie etiamra. They have made references to the decision of the High Court. Emra omuko court ho. Court no kire say electoral commission won quality polling stations na aka na won declare. One say electoral commission and this enhyehyeye no so. And all sign court order no ho. baba be kase enkoto aba no foforo but the name amimbusa court no ehye sa omasa order no I think somewhere in February and a January cry somewhere there about na enen so ayekase ye wo July court order no edaso ye valid ana and it is one question so a lawyer for no ebobo ho and then we have Blekumano in terms of security are you ready constituency ni bia bati o mano kasa akira omo de MPP bebe o mo mo MPP for de o meto am party MPP and they are ready free am I ready fi say stakes near high for the very first time NDC 4 person will make history Ablekuma North because omundisa konwane da ena MPP for so nyoma adwene sesa seat ni so mo belusu not at this time wo number ewo parliament wo from 88 so mo lusu sa seat we ka ho na NDC nya na chese NDC enya hoden ba ko be ka wo mo de don't forget so say there is Akwetia so lurking in the corner say sa by election no so ankoyi am MPP anachese wo ma lusu nkonya mienu into the stakes are very high but so why would the NPP decide to abstain from such a crucial election? Are they prepared to forgo Ablekuma North seat nana or they will fight for it? But what will this election really mean for you in terms of the outcome? No? And outcome, no, me sure say Kofodo no, any be esi near quality didano. The 19 polling stations results, no, any meaning, Emma wo Timemuni and wa Ablekuma North. So 19 remaining polling stations, no, ahunsun so no, abani yakwakoto no, ahunsun so no, was significant meaning be Emma any relevance be mawana. Join me Facebook live now in this hankomwe. The annual sanse me ho. Emra ode o comments eba. Wodi wo view seba na meje bre na makenkan ni nyina so ede amawo. EpaHoaDaben dwumedie ni. Na border eda eye National Cathedral nano akasa. Nanu ya no audit report beto dwa se ehwehwemu akoso kire se sikadie bia nkoso ewo National Cathedrals board no obadwumadi no omo hoson indeed omo detail sika akọ project ni mu so far ni yede ayankasa ehu receipt nyina dadie. But beyond sa vindication way, board no akasa. Na omo kasa mu no, womo kasa fa aginesie bi aban yesi a wode kire se site ho no won fa nye National Cathedral bi em. Na momo no de ba be ye National Cultural Convention Center. Mansutwi bi be ba ho. Mansutwimbi eda yenim ebeba Jumedie ni EpaHoaDaben ye mane mpa ho Mansutwimbi beba aban edi kan akire nitiri mupo ne opeso ode site ne ye and make a site because structure ni the NC foundation works no na akoso. For now, it's just a site. Yeah, ni mu say superstructure de beba. The National Cathedral Board they say Womunsi eye aginaye bia se womude site ho ebeye National Cultural Convention Center bia. Na omukra no omo akwanimu ne eye partners bebre akasa. Enimanimu heya together with government. Omo be kwan a omo ba be raise eye financing e de atwa project no so. Enti National Cultural hwan ne de omunte kra bia ni omuni hu nkomo kra inti womo no as far as they are concerned as the board enka womo niema womo di hu dwuma ho metimi abusa say battle lines over National Cathedral and say it's been drawn and the board on one side and the government on the other. But when you say man penny by we reconstituting boards ahodo a ededa ba nyuma ano National Cathedral board no ye dissolve no and it has not been reconstituted and so we ye nim komo me say mansotwi bi da yanim enche ebe bobo aba Abani said National Cultural Convention Center no eno eneba be the game changer ewo 24-hour economy policy omudi aba ne nkrabata ba ko mo frɛ no show 24 ade bia ebe ya coincidia ma 24-hour economy aban betwa fa so because the flagship ebia ne say ne 1D1 na fini ho biemi the agro processing parks and abisi anan no now how far can the National Cathedral Board drag this matter and is government ready say obe compromise no ne stance na watwema eye Cathedral Board na no makoso e de eye National Cathedral as originally intended ana but asem way also ugina he neto saying any common mon common obeba Facebook live na what the one seminar abeto ho ne kan kind amount. The show is produced by Aya Joel Sanko and Afiso Reynald Ajiman aka The Mask. Joyce is ensuring say our stream air koso and area also kind when Nemo Sanko nyina mumu na akwatia dere. Akwatia is boiling. And somewhere pia akwatia no ho. And somewhere koso akwatia no. Hey, ebi afiase ka NS go NS come. Or say Ernest kwa Ernest beba ojina ni pebu no waje microphone MPP ni na oka Ernest kwa Ernest beba no if I say Ernest kwa Ernest wo ho ogusu a wo kana na obi a MPP ayi one flag be boni tidi e free na chiboko no be shim microphone free ni nsem na penche eye week we ya e na honorable Ernest Yakumi o kan chinigu ye ni na wotweda ne kura mayo nkofo afiase ekeka wono mu a omo hye ni wu akire enura me kan se mi wo radio yi so akwatiafo enura metumufo me kan mo asem mummamani na ho na enkrofo bi hye kire pushi narrative bi mahweni ya ne wosem wode mo adwene sisuo na mudi gina so di chusu obi a obesi nanan no enkoye no nanka ordinarily obi be ye accusation bi so obi aye bribi wo sade hu a anka obehwe bi a the opposing political party nanso it appears say accusations na eba no eye internal ede na ekoso ede na ye nim ede na ekoso na ye nimu a enei ye nua ba mei etoye ne na wotweda maaye na obekwa akwatia na within the NPP accusing fingers kasentwie asem na se yepese ebeka ase yempese ebeka ase se hunim deda sa attitude bi no ede na ekoso a na yenimu a ono boy na skumi wu ye nkofo nkobodie ewa akwatia ekosa akwan ede na ekoso na Ernest kwa Ernest wo ho no so efiri hi politics Black Rasta say politics intricacy enye ni ohunu ni nyina na eye no kro betime hye obi no wasere pa because cameras wo ho anka yi camera ni fi wa bo hu se na wo muna intricacy amanyon intricacy media the good people of Akwatia mumu interest ni hear me mumma mani na ho na madwiri mu na ho na the decision as to ne obesi eneskumi anan no enyina sound reasoning so in politics no too pedestrian yen fan sem bebre nkwa adwinwini mu yen nwini nsem ho nkwa akiri bibia ye emotional nti yen nwini obi de twist bi to asem bi so na ase make sense kakra bi pene catch fire na che say amanfo expand no na mo propagate we ni beti na beda ni the new narrative na sa in politics na nyefe. And it is because we don't want to seek knowledge information papa ni empe there be an amanfo ne pese a spoon feed wo mo people don't ask questions and the same attitude na dey tell on them embusa so for timi ka sempa timi sa semi di otiti unyanka bebusa ho asem so mumma mani ene mo adwene mu na ho na Akwatia eno amekan eye krobi a ensese ankesi apene ewo impuntu ho the two diamond no Akwatia mfie bebre Akwatia story any oboase story difference nim enti adwene ni nya adwuma don't fall for political propaganda mama fall for sad gimmicks no ko be pushy narrative be from within and without. Nina no eyewo awodu kokromoti kotimu no one the target of sa disinformation and misinformation no. Omaina yetimu no obi enwu ni natural death da. Enkanka kraso akwa politician Ghana ha. Politician bia ni ho awu Ghana ha oye popular onu awu ni wo. Politician bia wo you read meanings into it. Na akwa say in society ni sa na ye mindset ni tie. Obi wu a ye first mind task ana ade a yɛde adwene ɛbɛyɛ bɛsi so first ɛne hwana ne kun no sɛ obi ebusa wo sɛ na ɛbaa ne sɛn a ne tirimu paa ne tirimu pɔ tirimu pɔ a ɛtae saa question n'akyi paa no ɛnyɛ sɛ genuinely ɔpɛ sɛ wɔhwɛ ɔpɛ sɛ obusa ne ɛbaa yɛ owu yɛ o ɔpɛ sɛ wɔka kyerɛ no na wɔno de n'adwene fa ho hwɛ sɛ obi na okun na we are quick to conclude and kankasi nipa no ɛyɛ politician saa nneɛma no ɛma yɛ nwene aka timi kɔhwe hɔ na nipa wu si ebebusa sɛ kaa no koraa no na ne last time yɛsesa tire daben driver no na order na wabro kaa no condition net sɛ ne baabi aka ne ɛhwe aseɛ no road net sɛ yɛmbusa saa questions wo yo ɛyɛ eastern nko ade na yɛ abaifo ɛyɛ bro nyanko accident ni si yɛ de na yɛ blood thirsty demons ya adwene nada and we are lazy about it yɛmpɛ yɛde effort kakra koraa bɛkɔ into thinking yɛn society ni saa na ayɛ sɛ wɔbɛ spend mmerɛ kakra bi na wadwene ɔnyɛ ɔpɛ the lazy way out into asɛm no si ya no wahwɛ ɛne date kra yɛ sɛ 7777 ayi papa wei saa na ɔmo kan yɛde ne si akonya so 7th or winning election 7th December ɛsɛ na yɛde ne si akonya so 7th January ɛna wawu 7th July nti ya pɛ me nneɛma na keka nneɛma na si ani ama ehu sɛ ɛne spiritual obi si abɔ na kubo mu to honhum mu nyina yɛ deɛn we are a society that has deliberately refused to think. And it is poisonous. It is poisonous. Yare wan ketua kunkum nipa bebre over the years. And then ebede dia yadwene koso a adokitafo ebiebie nsem so kire yen. And the lifestyle diseases bebre aba. Enti ewodi bu owa ya eye wanwa pa kanka ho nipa ni age being a typical Ghanaian African o first year no so bekasa abrantia we promising say we de na obi na atene fio but the to de bia ya dwene na se ye betena se kakra anka bia nke be hunu no differently enti we de memfa we entwam nkonkon ho na menchira kwatiafo se opportunity na abeto ho no it is an unfortunate opportunity really menye sure say muso ho da yese mo besan be exercise CBM ayinano ya mokoye musan kwa koku akoto ababiem because you decided niema koma peda boy you know but abane sa but bamoma sa akwanya we emeye ne da ye koso ye no momfa adwene ene ntiase nkotu anamon we na ne nkofo ne nam akire keka ne ade no enye no ene twusu MP monwene na momama adwene enko deep ewo sansem yi na mewie ne saa no ewie ma minchia IGP na minchia the Interior Minister Honorable Muntaka Mubarak penifo michiamu a nesi asem so
EpaHoaDaben
minchia no esi asem so na asem a esi so no oman Ghana nyina ni mebɛyɛ adwene sɛ edika na etwaka. I have called on these two personalities because of my no internal security almost so and da IGP ene interior minister aye eko aye no aye sa keka ko and by extension mame fan chairman pani President John Dramani Mahama eja bia obi agana fo so mu chiawo paye ne de ebobi mawo eti ye dia we are confronted with the realities of nation building. Yes, say obo ade enka ho no mo ahoden adwenemutie akoma pa
Happy FM 98.9
na obo sha hodo nyina no o ma wadom ne nka ho ne timi mremu ne bemu eye ma nyina mampani me de wa ba mu because ye nyina ye security sha wonsa commander in chief ade bi koso na saade na ekoso no
EpaHoaDaben
sempani fo ma fa mu na ensi fo mu a enche obi akọ party a odi tuo be hye no ho akọbọ no ho ban obi akọ festival a ne odi ayam hyehye edi ehu ne bekọ esane se ade na kwa akoye fashionable a obi aye bie ampani fo ni tu from ne hade in the last 3 months or so there have been too many reported cases of etuakasa ewo ceremony biase amani pewuo say a festival nano yesi naming ceremony nano ohima bi gbawe sa ohima ni say utim say a targeted killing pa ya boys ne pa
98.9
Cause mami ne di si akonya so asohema ne na wotwe pepepe afasha ase na no afasha bi na mehwe ni TV so be refi afasha ni din mampani se etu a nkofo krokra wa afasha ase ne baby ahemfuhia no mampani enya atebo ofre ni biemu o pump action and as I say ye did him for chi e Ghana ha etua live ammunition wo mu a ebo a ubewu ebi kura use side arms meka pistols shotgun in some extreme cases ubewu bi enu na ebi kura AK eno no ewoma no majebu baako
Happy FM 98.9
Oma no ma jemu baako ba pump action ne de ayek so common ewo festivals ne ceremonies ase en nkofo fa festival ho e de ye wo mo bone and there are a lot of inexperienced people so a ye mo mu kuratuo ewo afasha ase. The number of people are almost ato in the last 3 months. Okay, it's almost about 4. Kumasi Bantima, Nano Amene, a honorable senso Bwachidin Komo Sakra Koboso. The Fan Kanka when he end up Open Ibrahim Hamase. Papa, we dear Ghana for 7 show. When I'm coming show. Maybe I need that so you want to appear no abesum. Kabayo enka nanini di anka kodwo to woni ne nanfufu di agro
98.9
minim ba bia papa de wodi ni tuosie anade ne ba kofa tuo agro sa pe akoda de ni mienu nyina wonso kolabu ifa Confanochi Teaching Hospital we de nyeme na meka o MP wo ho ne kae wo se a doctor for ne hwa de no mo se na mo se mo de kwa he say they call UK or say he UK ade we enye ye nani na say and am insist ya say him kwani enko try Ghana doctor for say no ade we dey say okwa hopo de enye issue no ana Open Ibrahim Mahama be so mu a eja obeso asenema asem no ye de call UK ene akoda na baba ka nani ba akode nyame adom ehu na de etuo ni dɔɔso okrom ha dodo mampani etuo no edoso e wo man ni mu dodo mampani. There are too many guns in the system. Mampani ni kuro wo mu oni say a police for na wo mo ye o mo so mo bo search a omo ni omo hwehwa ye one row on kofo ho. They don't really do any thorough search. Say omo be ye search ye pa. A lot of these boys omo kwa DV boys mu kwa mu from sempo adwumafo yi fraud boys bebre na mkromu a pompa hyehyehye omo sitase police for one konkodo ho asukọ hwe ostopo no atwiniti awura kan mu ohwiehwie mu se mhusie do ebo mu a na wo hwe mo ho se mo se nkofo a mo hye a eno na mo hwehwe because eno no hu a wanye sika obebo sika kese
Happy FM.
na se etuo nso hu etuo odipa ho a enya asam ketwa but wo mo hwe boys fianga boys nkoda totofi wa etuo hyehye wo mu sita sede ne nam krom up and down omo hotel omo a omo hotel ne ba wo ho community beti po anadwo 12 omo Germany. And the other leg land guards mampani land guards. And you know sa land guards omo na omo fueli the proliferation of small arms. Land guards. Ejabo hodo ase a etuo tutu ye nyina mampani say Ghana police for be kanokra they can trace all those incidents anyone mo ye to land guards.
Happy FM 98.9.
Nemi kai police for nim enkran ahemfu bebre langas and the bomb ho ban. They have entrenched themselves through traditional leadership. There are credible Asafwacheme. There are correct, genuine Asafwacheme. But fake ones in dosu. And fake Asafwachefodi na yalangas. Asema America IGP aware. IGP for abanyina enim, police CID for nyina enim. In the name of Asafwache, etuo ashata wo kromu ha. There are too many guns. And it is all because of chieftaincy disputes. Obia pasa sibia ton enti wo so si no ho hene. Amene Igbo fo so be si hene wa ha. Enche no mo fiase ton sase. Obia pasase aton ahanso benya sase aton a na wo so woda ne ho ohene. And I tell you, there are so many people are omunye nkranfo omunye indigens and so omukura nkran ahemfo titles womo areas obudi omuhene wo. You dare not go there because omo de land gas and abo womo ho ban esi omo ho ahemfo. And because I also protected akonya na wabo ma ne hunti no e wo so army boys na bo na ho ban no because our boys ya so na so ton sase na omo bekwakodi akire. This is a big national security concern and they must begin to think about it. National security for munya quarrying companies are more tight one more na mo for many sisa crimes yi so. During the day, omo ye langas edu anadwo omo ye armed robbers. Internet ceremony bia be kwa ase AK47 tinipa no yetimi bɔ ne paa woni namu aso to bia Kofi Adom aye nua de asie se ekoye ceremony bia na etuo na ekura brafo no eye eye pump action ni bia ka nua na nko wi kojo to kaniti nyina betete ekoye gunpowder.
Happy FM 98.9.
Me sankasa ceremony no nanka ye akra ne ye no ena ye ga function most likely say to nanka ebeye pump action. I'm telling you, ayawa share pump action nkofo di ahemfo achi e wo ceremonies ase wo krom ano. You have no idea. Ye yesu so ani enim ate abofre ana ate abofre na ni enim kafumbe pum na wusie ne saa ene me se wo bi di ohinachi na peso hye no ho bonu ayi po no dia hye no police for obi omuhu and people are dying. Mr. President, IGP,
Happy FM
Interior Minister,
98.9.
Yes, sir, Muma Mohominiso. Muma Mohominiso, Omaya etuo nkofo individuals who be brisa no ho. Say a debi bana tension koso omanimu, political tension, maintain me ho say civil unrest, touch wood. Civil unrest resonated with nipa bebre na epuli nkofo ba street so na ebeye violent kakra ho na mubehunu nkofo boa aboa wo mu hu asie wo manwe mu. You may not be able to count the casualties. People have guns. Don't do na so na illegal. Small Arms Commission resources here saying how much premium they place wo so. How are we enhancing Omajuma no? Because so will be what to one who are to near license here. Now, on no other free nipemudia bano, and not for Musa. We need to empower, enhance, and resource the Small Arms Commission. Say, by Omajuma, they are far reaching. Speech is not dorsum regarding small arms. Too many speeches about small arms, very little action. It's a call to duty. And Mr. President, please stand up to be counted. I know you will. Miaweni. Yentimi ntu ase akura yen reduce the proliferation of arms to the lowest and barest minimum. Enko from kra. Police for no so a modi aye mu business a modi connection. Musumu city up. Na nyina yen fi yani.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben.
Mama fa last one we ntwam na fe yenko busa said den na ekọ. In some few hours time, Ablekuma North 19 polling stations. Kofo be kwa koto santina koto aba. Ochina ena eba so. Yaw. Check me say Electoral Commission fiti between enra ene sa time ya ye kasei. Oma no update ewo upcoming limited elections yi ho a. Ebi ana meti. But say obi aware of Electoral Commission press conference bi awaye statement bi awaye issue after or dey na no dey ba your BS announcement obi nim bibisa update bi afisi for ho aba.
Happy FM 98.9.
Baby ameti nyama kenkan so far de me hunu bibia sa na me busa se where is Madam Jean Mensah? Madam Jean Mensah owo ho. In fact, I am highly disappointed because the back and forth near Koswa Kobenina. I say accountability no form on the part of the EC. Such a controversial exercise. Ebebaso. Party ba kwa announcements wa boycott ba ko de uginem. Ne mu kan na no ene ne mu kan na ne bo abira. We issue statement
98.9.
Ebe kire Ghana for say parties no aginesi o masie no omu nyina etwe asem no na mohunu say 19 de mo officers na ntimi anfo mo nsan hyase enti no enya de a mo betimi age atum tie nkoto aba no foforo wo ho mo di sa statement yi ba abontene Ghana fo akasa ho parties na akasa ho. People have raised questions and you answers. Less than 24 hours to Ochina na yekoto aba no. The Electoral Commission's silence are too deafening. Less than 24 hours to the election. Electoral Commission about the question of flip-flopping. Ebane sena na no mo se miensa na ene mo se 19. My issue statement achirem na mpacho Ghana for no wo nyina na mo statement no manya bi. Even na Blekuma North ho na nkasa mo affected no. Omo hin na isi mo statement na mo issue no. Omo be kan ate ase ne enti a ono ni police station affected. And am for say voters no mo betimi afa fala da bia saa no mo twi afa so saa. The Electoral Commission is a state institution accountable to the public and the people of Ghana. And until Nani a friend who and I was thinking said the chairperson of the EC would give prominence to this Ablekuma because a dent on their image. It's not a misusu and Madam Jean Mensah and Kasa and a Beko face parliament. Now what did a update in the more minor? And you know following that, less than 2 weeks a public institution that was a yenya trust omumoto no say integrity ka ho ya check mame omumoto no integrity ka ho my institution a was say yenya mumu gidie say yeni ho mpa ya hwa a was say yenya hotoso mumu to the extent say yeni se mo betimi ayadwuma pa less than 2 weeks wakogina mra shebedwa fia san dane wano and basically the EC is not clarifying matters. In the midst of this confusion, there hasn't been a press conference. Madam Jean Mensah issuing a statement is not enough. Call for a press conference, na media for yambusa questions. You are accountable to the people, and one of the ways of accountability is through media interaction. Create the platform. Na yambusa questions. Ninya opportunity na chire nsemu chire Ghana for. Because asamono me dwene ho amentiase say 6 good months in here isi na wono wafa presiding officers wotu omo ka oyo interview a wo mo no mo ye adwuma ma isi 6 months in here isi say wo quality results a wo be ka che esa aka miensa Yatina Sibusumi nsia afei na Electoral Commission who say the employees are presiding officers 19 out of the 32 polling stations omo validate and they had to take the EC 6 months to realize this and creating all of this confusion and the EC is still quiet and you want us to just take my statement yan kind statement not statement in church as my public accountability. Yakwa koto aba 2024. When ye NDC ekato muso More media interaction, your engagements, I would do your press conferences, I would do a church the Musa severally. And for the very first time, Madame G. Mensah Emma IPAC meeting was televised live. So why? Adena Blekuma North, Mutita Efichire.
Happy FM 98.
Adena Blekuma North, Electoral Commission. Moma yentimi nya saa emre na ye ni munya ye ni bie na nyema mu na ho fine because that has always been your objective, transparency. And it is appearing say commissioners no omadwene nkɔ bankrom wɔ saa Blekuma North we hu indications ne ya say there is disagreement amongst the commissioners over Blekuma North. Because at the last IPAC meeting, Madame G. Mensah and a board opening prayer. Now someone will cry and say, and then no crane word Blekuma North in your nedi. And part no crane should daddy. It took one man, Mr. Kwa, and our pair muka say. Nukwe woman said 19 polling stations in the DA. 8.9. Omo officers na ambambe validate. Into 3 no enye 3. Yewe mupa aka 19 because 19 in DA. Isi officers 19 validate. Asem we work na Dr. Bosman Asaria ono ko jina parliament some few weeks ago. Ekoka asa aka 3 not wobi. One challenge. Madame G. Mensah, why did it take you all this while? And Sana, where have you been all this while? Blekuma North, yeah, coalition. Now we're here. Adentina, just last week, yeah. Ena, babe doni on you. Mubabe hunu se mwamo officers na validate. Ejumabe na moye no hono. Election, sensitive. Nkofua kubedimu. Blekuma North, uni mkofua. Because yen declare we yentino womoda womonna people have invested enti me man nya wo se time bia wo pe na wo beba bontene ya beka biribi esraw we nya private company adwuma na ye no ma adwuma na wo ye no we expect more. Live above standard. Sesia enhyehyeye no for china pa ye dade. Womo mote Blekuma North. Enhyehyeye ne ye de. We need to know. Ye maintain bribia se ne netie. Some update ought to come. And that takes me to the IGP.
98.9.
Police, for you equally owe the people of Ghana accountability. They get money from this, you know. Ya peja to ballot boxes simua ya dia ko shed dem wa lock here. And you said it was even in transit. It's police for person mo catch say ye the ballot boxes ye to abawie ne the ballot boxes e ko hye baabi a ye ma security wo ho ana sana police for the person mo ka kire yan ana e ba ne say na ballot boxes are pink sheets wom ye de akọ school mu e de akọ hye dem wa lock no na police for and detailing men to man security e wo ho na enkrofo akọpagya atomu a hye records ni nyina be see the police for mo nchi obi a. And you are not giving us updates. When you pay EC regional officer, party boys, papa, luvers, say near Mabubu, Konyabubu tables, police for Jina Honomo Singuso. Munchi Obia, not a single press conference to update the nation about Blekuma North in terms of security. The IGP should be telling us how secure that constituency is and how ready they are. What kind of leadership is this? It's man penino and Majuma Oya and more Renosuna Musia. What kind of leadership is this? Hey, Ablekuma North, a big indictment on the police. Oh. Big indictment. Big indictment on the police. Go and watch all the videos online. A man number by a coalition original officer. Count the number of police people you see in the video and look at the extent of damage. And you ask yourself, say, uniform, the song first one is saying.
Happy FM 98.9.
It once the crime is politically related, hey. And your man should your Juma ya pao. Or man your Juma ya man penny reset no. Oh, reset no and reset it. Now you who reset in ye. Na ne ekwe die. Adabraka.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na no kre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first now you been you shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money into money. But na mumu e binu so nti enyina ni agi say e bebo ama o man na koso na e bo 1 o'clock pre na wa lawyer ma o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamisho
Den neko. E den neko. EpaHoaDaben. Den neko. A dane and echo. EpaHoaDaben. Dan echo. A dane and echo.
Joe the L. BB. Joe the L. BB. Joel Eshain. The Bismark Brown. We need a boko there. BB boko. Mama ikinusu kakrea na.
Mama say no.
Sa. BB.
BB utemeka.
Oh, me toka. Wode mu yopo.
BB boko.
As I we are person opie kakra.
Yes.
We here
because anyasa yemu bi no ye ho betre.
Ahokyere de owum. Ehu anim kura me hu say ahokyere.
Enyeju na odana oprekose na
ade enkyere so da
onyame na ye boafo. Den na ekọ. Den na ekọ.
Na ekọ.
Now bibi ansa na me sha ase no. Emra mede trans bi den ebae
no correct
the Minister of Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa
sharp
na yaka de ayebeka wieye no na enwumre na mesi wo de mame nkọ fefa ho se changes bi aba o se den ekọ ye no within 3
no correct
enti mi hu se anajo no 8:42 p.m. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Eco Post here, Ghana and China to enhance cooperation.
Not just say, man for background, kakra.
Yes.
And now the issue on social media, man for no more action, Honorable Foreign Affairs Minister Boson said, I didn't know then a personal account, a major government announcement.
Yes.
Now you could check ministry no social media account.
Happy FM.
Then na minister na dia to ni ho. Nti na nwumre be enwumre no wotwe.
Yes.
8:42 ministry no be official post.
Yes.
So the minister was ahead of the ministry.
Yes.
Okay.
Minister ni post no na 10 anopa around 10:40 a.m. And sa we no then e course so enu nti enwumre no meninam exa na mesi o we de ma me nkọ hwehwe na eno nso ho a na chese o ma postia anesa na afei de ntia the Ministry of anasa Ghana ban anto LGBT abane bi no eno no de no ense da enye den embaya eno nso response no nso bibi eno nso o mo posti 8:48 p.m.
Sir?
Yes. And these are issues. Me no na ndra.
I know social media for you number
ebia yes. But omo post there. Baby 8.9. Say na ye catch omo no. Say no kwan say so omo post. but ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛsi ɔmo mposia na and ɔmo twɛtwɛ biribi na ɔmo posti kɛkɛ.
Yes, that's
Bibi,
right.
wo de hwɛ ɛyɛ the statement of how ɔmo posti Ghana reasons ɛma LGBT abaniyantu bi no Bibi hwɛ ade ɔmo posti wɔ hɔ. Hwɛ ade ɔmo posti wɔ hɔ. Ɛyɛ 2 statements no ɛna ɔmo upload no caption.
No caption. What kind of?
Nti yes mo.
What kind of information management is that?
Yes no ejuma no mo nya ne yie. Ejuma no
statement na keke no mo da to.
Statement na keke no mo o post wo.
Without a caption.
Without a caption.
Na cheso mo person be kan no.
Yes, nti yes mo aban dwumadie de ese de aban platform.
Exactly.
Because na Jubilee House yes a mistake ne bi. Ghana for kan no omo nso ampa from so na den no ye ntoma sesanti yesramo
omo so ndi so
minister bi enu say onu posti any government communication ahead of the state institutions yes nti
enu de me no ya adwen
we minister you know ni problem we betumi posti na say ya kwa no formation ba yesu etumi dabe e de to your social media account but say on
don't compete
no,
with your ministry for attention. No. Emfa wo ministry no adwuma embe grow popularity on social media. FMP followers.
Yes. Inti we are building strong institutions.
That's why not strong men.
Strong men.
Enko anymore.
Now baby. Anyway, amachi de day nyuma me depa wo mi wiase mu.
Aka cho sese adwum bit beto wakoma so a na wo beba ka kire me.
Yes, bibi.
Na me select into home ma. Na me fanje wo tata.
Because anyway, I say sika de nipa bedu echire. Ohiama so ayetu ense de amara ho ato. Oh, bibi. Anyway, amachi de day. Na anyway am mi boy, anyway am do bo me do ko White House.
Anasho mu de anka life de.
Say the esiwo White House no. Ena ma amachi de denwum we sika e de nipa bedu echire. Onyama so ayetu ense de. Amare ho aba. Because maybe their cost for White House no. Eyen wuase.
Sir.
Eyen wuase pa.
Ade de enim wuase.
Na me the video no so ase no nti obebo ama me.
Ni amanfo kan no ana. Omo se enim wuase.
Bibi eden na si e White House ebibi man nyina omobo ayeden efuyi. Bibi dey si eni na ye call the United States of America. US President Donald J. Trump.
Yes.
A year hosti 5 West African leaders and for a multilateral launch as the region reads from the impact of US aid cut into West Africa. No countries are US aid no eba homo no omo nyina eko Trump so money
5 of them
yes
98.9
na countries be na koye uti udia na waje so president say Liberia bibi no mo ho Senegal no mo ho Gabon no mo ho Mauritania and Guinea Bissau
okay
when him say francophone 4 anglophone 1 na bibi when put in can say that any problem na president omo ko ho no Diomaye Faye president of Senegal Brace Nguma Gabon Mauritania president IFN Muhammad Ulud ononso no hobi Guinea Bissau Umaru Mukhtar Embalo no monso hobi and afei Liberia president 80-year-old Joseph Boakai na bibi dia man forecast sika di nipa bedreche sikanti on se enkane no na say GFA couple kwesi yantechi na mpanimfo bedu omo ye mpanimfo ni eche ni na no mo friend da
Happy FM 98.9
ene kopi mo White House
yes sir
bibi Joseph Boakai ebie na no obi ayawo no Liberia yede brofo atete no from ne kola abremu okasa wie ya Donald Trump akoi wo no brofo de wo si abrofo he ho na che obrofo kan na Donald Trump kasa bisabi nse hunu sei na openi Joseph Boakai onu wenyi che Donald Trump otu na bibi oje so yes sir in Africa for say
entin komoni bi
we want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very good, sir. We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. It's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well.
Very
And
good,
they,
sir. Thank you.
President Donald Trump.
Bibi.
Papa no oral diarrhea. Or say nkɔfo around table now omo on the office wa omo ntimi nka brofo te sese no no.
To brofo no kosua wo he. Who na tell brofo no?
And when you saw exposing Donald Trump, he doesn't even know the history of America.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know the relationship and the influence the US has had on Liberia over the years.
And you know cause onim Ghana no I can say now US president that onim baby equator fa no equator e pass through Ghana into onim Ghana the onim geography baby into see bibi am for say
yes sir
enye se ebia Trump no oka se ebia na wo wano brofu kosua wen kwa na ye omo
yes sir
cause on the say na oka no word eye odo nenum kasa nya kaka
yes sir
but see there is a so
yes sir
so Trump is 73 said in a wedi na Trump no kasa na woto na wo ye yes sir
yes sir yes sir
yes sir no that's yes sir Ghana for sike go di baby
kaje di ema
bibi
na ono Trump we share na nado da ho
dabi
iti na brofo we o kanfo no sa
se mampeni mama
we share na nado da ho
bibi se mampeni
mask no timi kasa se o
menya sure so be se mampeni mama pa no kotina na Trump can say fu we cha no yes like akwa edun be fast wo hey listen sabe wo ko Liberia
yes sir
already yes sir yes oba si I so odu Liberia omo fa no Joseph Boakai bio
yes sir
omo fa no yes sir really
Africa
US slashes visa duration for some African nationals and policy shift.
Den neko.
Ibi.
Den neko.
Amafosu.
Oh, musu.
Asofo bi asofo bi nse adwuma bebo ko asofo mo bom pa eje visa man kofo isi a omo adwuma be den pa.
Se enye man ni ye be kwa bruchire.
Omo adwuma be den pa.
Se omo so omo mana ye den amayen. Se be ba ho.
Sisi ano bibi. Kafese ukọ bibi atumi ma 5 year visa sisi ano ukọ bia se o nti se business way na ukọ ya nti se eye next month or business eye conference bi 2 weeks business conference August ukọ ye ma o short
nti se o mama wa ya he
boso me miensa
3 months endu 1 year mpo
dabi boso me miensa
ti 5 years ndo mo twem
yes
Ghana nko ana se
Ghana no yetu ana ye nuanom mpanimfo alatafo yi nti omo
akan na aka omo
ye bo 7 alatafo no bo 11
rings
yes 10 was na ye be shemu ho
nti Ghana ne Nigeria affected
and omo de sa eye ni
yemienu pe
oh yes yemienu pe
I'm other countries can.
No, we now.
Okay.
We now do more announcement.
3 months there.
Yes. We new announcement here be.
Yeah, human traffic ko no what do.
New we are be ye nuanom alata form
passenger traffic to those countries.
Any we nti
before. Ti da be ne be ye me na ye ni aka ye me.
E more den obi. E more den. Tama for super.
Say am 5 years bi.
Dabi. Isi aboso me mensa school for kra no maso be
say school for no po de Donald Trump be hote process bi a yakɔ so and it's so many social media reviews so account and they are saying say oh ko apply for US visa now social media settings no in a private
na sanka
enya so sanka kwan on befa so metimi akɔhwɛ social media activities
backgrounds se wakeka kan sɛ miafa US aban no ho a omo no be di papa na bibi yegina alatammu a bi no yɛse ewiase obi antomagro na demo no na nda bibi nsɛm mate ewo social media efa Nigeria for ho Nigeria for mo ho ankasa omo nsɛm omo de atodwayi bibi amamira ho
Nigeria for ankasa omo Ghana ha
na dabi
okay omo Nigeria o
bibi omo amamira ho papa
adom se den Ghana e den
Exhibit 1 mami video no Ibadan University na sana ye school so omo ya hostels yes hostels bibi mo amu wo Facebook no wey Ibadan university Obafemi hall hall nani
the biggest hostel in Nigeria okay
hall no ni
another paint sound Nigeria na
hall na bibi ye ko interior no de ankenye
sa
na
Obafemi Awolowo
yes hall University of Ibadan
and there's a public university
okay na eno na account bi wo X
Happy FM
Ghana account in the Ghana
okay
oposi Ghana ho nyoma nkwa an account no posi one of UPSC hostels
okay
na bibi e be say nya no so ato efidie no so a eno caption say a photo of a public university hostel in Ghana, University of Professional Studies, UPSC, Accra. Bibi any. Who said that?
Yeah, better.
Who said that? And
angle na nipa no trap picture
no, but bibi edwen number kase na ukofa ni wa.
Come on.
Come papa.
Ho de mini agro fa.
Omo mu chi kaka.
Na wo fa ho na ho chiri wi.
No send there but edwen wo de zoom wo hwe and send ye tie no. Wo fa ho da we bi gina obeju so the Mijina London University kwa na me
or the beju.
Bibi Nigeria for who? Picture when I'm say is this Ghana?
Happy
Say this can't be Ghana.
Yes, I know better.
Nigeria for see, and I'm about to say. Now you be a seven and we tell me. Then they Charlie gone. Pent Hono. The diaspora hostels, you know.
Yeah.
Now you call KNUS into Amokikana or Binsuko Chak KNUST hostels in Bako and the two. Bibi ewe Nigeria for raw hono.
Omura ho.
Say
asa omu de omu kan bi.
Say inti and
KNUST de
Impact Air Building hostel no any into omu yesa na man for say yesa omu de mamu post Ghana hostel bi abi. Inti
say jollof no ye de ba kwa be kan ho.
On Nigeria for some money agreement bi because omo say na Ghana eba ni school a ye koye nim ten omo bebe
I know there
bibi Nigeria for so omo say ye mukasi bi na ye de ma ye de ko
we no kra no ye ni so
we kra no ye se mu betumi aye ni ye na
we kra ni so
na obi say o say Ghana for ye tie Nigeria for here we no hold our politicians to strong yes because say na Nigeria for no kika no nti sabe we uko etsa Nigeria University hostels trend
I see
and omo ankasa support mo na who read the message who say bibi obi kwa aka say UPS hostel no say Nigeria na wa na nke Lagos real estate omo de we abosu say we some post mount apartment no say 5 million luxury yes say we Lagos and come the luxury
akajo de bedroom
enti omo party say
edan no e fi papa
oh yes na bi
apopo bi brenko an
ebi wo kwa da em say bi ani pedi wo social media enti me say me ntwa because enti say wo social media no who say Ghanaian university hostels trend their story no and a media dem media man.
Nice one.
Den neko. A den neko.
Bibi Ablekuma MPP for some year then.
Some boycott.
Hey, a queer free idea
Or your campaign.
or your campaign, which you know could jim.
Ah.
Oh yes.
It's in the national constituency.
A queer free defies party directive.
Evidence or
Set to a contest in Ablekuma, not rerun tomorrow. We story na man for say
the center cannot hold.
Na people so baby no.
The center cannot hold.
Honestly, wait.
But na say what Justin Kodu Anchen or press conference boycott elections.
Almost say MPP
not in chain.
Say MPP umpire decided so mon contest. No mo mama we e ko contest yambo e china e se party ni tinton time.
Omuni ni twam. No we near.
No, enye say ye ni twam si party ni ngo no.
Oh sir.
Yes. And I say immediately say national executive for ni na.
Omukọ.
Omo twakra me nto omo so aba.
We should be test case ama Justin Kodu because of general secretary.
Yes, we a test case. Every national executive because someone the directive back.
Now we be intimidated this one.
And nipa no or contesting on the ticket of MPP not as an independent candidate. Enti and also assignment.
Now because you see beyond everything, a quite free year no consistency or not.
Yeah.
Was on a horn near or when the team and quality resource mano. And I may sure say 19 polling stations no. Or Martina say assess and video. Me da asese wa koyi sa video ya ba. We ka say na we abetwam Ablekuma North new.
And they am no ka say.
There be.
And we
ade chie after almost shed 9 we no and ade chie ni one pink sheet no.
And omotete no.
Na obehunu wo hwe video we kwa akira obehunu boys nani mu omotete wo no so a omap soja wo na chi o. And omo sisa gum no omo share. Police for nchi any of these
FM 98.9.
Police for person omo chia. About 50% of the people in this video can be identified and arrested.
Easily.
They don't want to do it.
Easily.
They just don't have the will to do it.
Easily. Ono de kono. No she black. Na se unya sound ne ka ho a nipa bi ni otwa video no gina soro. Asem a wo ka no police for ense almost struggle to know party for a share side we echi.
Individuals ubetumi achichichi obia. Now baby, the amidi we say our sem aba.
Oh. Den neko.
Nipatrimu esumpa asem we are trendy na endra no na asem na hu but and then we police confirmation entina me decide say me the asem eba.
Okay,
mo social media matete say immigration officer bi aye say wayera for more than 5 days aye hu no
otumfo nana.
Yes, bibi sabre we am
no friend no
me no ka say wato nananom e won se
eno kre oh
sabre we am no ka say wato nananom
oya for 2 days
oya for more than 5 days.
For more than 5 days. Me hwehwe na ye hu no.
Yes, Stephen Ken Amwa aka Nana Kofi. Na bibi case we no me we am make police statement na ya sorry so
sharp.
Yes, say Abranti 4th July.
Happy FM 98.
And na nebusia for echo report police for say Abranti ye hu no. Ye friend phone so onfa. Na all kono. Oka che say o sia na danfo bi. Ewo Jinyame house.
Okay.
Mosuku Johnson Kwabenya. Na danfo no mo call Ashoman Estate.
Okay.
Na danfo no de neka 200,000 Ghana cedis nkokwa akwaje.
Yeah. Ese say skano kan say ayi wagigi efri nkofo ho say na danfo no so be mo adwuma ye. Eno di nesim.
Yes, nti okwa akwaje. Na bibi okwa akwaje no omo ehu abrante no
bio. Ofifie so
okono. But other unconfirmed reports so attached say adamfo no sabe am no kase police for mo chill na mo de no arrange no court kwa na court remand na investigations yes so as a bibi me fifie na me se me ba Bismark Brown ho na ye hu me ye ba fra Bismark Brown ebia bibi jo ka so ba wo hu na so jo mini na sia mini na sia ma sika no kra no mini na kama mama ni sika no kra de 300,000 pin so inti wan kasa no wakasa hu me inti eba investigation wo na wo ye the last person wo me now bibi enkombra no openi no ye ko hu no se omoku no eno mahye no eno mo de na koto abuom aboko bi road na omo sase no
ahanom de no to ye no
ahanom de no to ye
say ahanom be hye no
yes and bibi
because omo hye no ba bi no de no to wanka wohunu enso no ofom wo sa
and bibi say report na say yes sign the second wo no yes sign the second wo
akwa bre pa o
eno omo sase na ntia ma ne nua pani eno call ya o identify so minni na chese omo ntimi anhye body ni nyina wie omo ntimi anhye ni nyina wie because she ni nyina hye dia nka bed dey so by identify ne pa na kan I say bia DNA NF forensic and e betumi dia che say osimosi an obentini ntam say na nka omo tirimu pa ne say ombe den omo be hye abrantia na police and so the statement about
almost bien
now bibi yen kan we now because
we statement no to yen kan
we sem too much
ni patimo di
we sem too much
so what de meka na medan o ka
yes
nti kana medan wo no na wafa ho de akumi se be ya akire din
bibi na nipa no so a isi suspects na police action no
98.9
social media videos na dia babonte ni se omo yen nanfofo pa
one immigration officer
yes
okay yes immigration officer ni gini di pa
yes omo yen nanfofo pa an immigration officer okotokoni omo ko shobo omo pie bom omo ye yibom
okay
nti amafo ni momo
sa aboa no ho yeso obeka wa ontum animu ne fi o onfi ba bia o ni oben wo no be ye o bibi mama ntie ne police for aka abi Mr. Abi Joyce enko
now police statement no almost say one person arrested in connection with the murder of an immigration officer. So the Accra Regional Police Command is investigating the circumstances surrounding the surrounding the death of Stephen King Amwa, an immigration officer who was reported missing and whose body was discovered yesterday, 9th July 2025, in a gutter near GCB satellite, GBC satellite, opposite Comet Estate, Accra, Abokuduana. And we and now the Okano. And our chairman said, investigators, no, and suspects no matching, no, bright, away, who admitted during interrogation to have given the disease 500,000 Ghana cedi in cash. Ibi.
Well, true for papa.
Na 500,000 Ghana cedi there. Odimo obi o ka yen suitcase no. I just say 200 Ghana note ground.
And no so say 200 notes
there. Yes, 200 notes you bet me the. Yes.
But clearly you know utie send in some corner wa money sika bia
it be what the man kan ho no
money sika
he claimed to have directed the disease to use part of the money to pay off some debts and hold the remaining amount for later collection. However, the suspect could not clearly explain the source of the funds and gave conflicting statements.
Sir, near Koba e ba ko so say
98.9
near ma guy in Kansas Cemetery police for say asem ni siwie no or the guy in the phone send messages e man crofo say omonsa be ka musika no woni na wie
and here bia bibi makwaji sika no wo max wo intenche bia wonsa be ka wo de
o say na de na koye no e na osan so follow up with calls to ne nan fufuo ni bi e ka che omo se ofre guy no onya guy no ode ayi ni sika na ma na 300,000 aka ho enso ofre na onya no into ofre omo busa so omo hunana on se na de ni nyina akwa no akwa no utimi se na wa plan ade ni ye pa
we are awesome and police force ka say okay wo de yemfa no say eye wadamfo no owuye wo so woman no 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash na wo ejuma be na wo ya wo benya 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash
eno be ya no
ese no nso na wonia entumi enye de enya no nti ebusia nyina no yemomu nyina yakọ
immigration officer won koda mienu
yes enkoda mienu a eye bema no wo mu no 5 months old
EpaHoaDaben
chale to de bia ohun you can't be too careful, but sometimes the problems bring home. Some say wadam for abeka cho say owadwuma na fankofo bra me fo madwuma no akogigi nkofo sika omre kwa anye wo na mo madwuma no na den na wo man nkofo ne fisika ne man direct
and in delay straight
to the extent that on one family members odim so mu hia adwuma ojo mu nyina sika ne bio. No, but how can you do this? Too dangerous.
Even see, Oko time so we any
in someone
Nigeria story no. And Nigeria the Oko Facebook I number 1.
So
Oko Facebook immigration officer story. Oko X and Nigeria there no post number 1 and we number 2. Inti amount for ADR ho pass some nipa nyasa.
Now, okay, Nigeria first me. I'm doing some digging on so-called Igbo chief bina onam krumha no.
Kwenu.
I'm doing some work on him. Now, yema imu hanu mo no hu. Enye ordinary Ghanaians ne just gullible.
Dabi.
Yen top politicians ni be brain so gullible pa. Look, say uhu the number of top politicians are akwakoto sa akwa nanimu pen ama wasi wo mo hene Dr. UN Crown penny baby tina
bibi uya ese oma omba ehwe na yebo amachi de danyom no ma ho
adwuma nko anu ahyehyɛ o
sika
adwuma nko anu ahyehyɛ
sika
and he keeps paying courtesy call on top Ghanaian politicians. Yes. Na osha na wo influential na wabo akonwa ma wo na ato nsafro na wabodwa kase se osi wo hene
Happy FM 98.9.
What there in the coming days we will list politicians akwakoto sa akwa we animu pen
bibi eska
ama wode ne na yi atoto wo machi awurade nyankopon na Ghana nti ye cheap sa
eska bibi ensi sa sabe and I am there. Say
that be better mine na woni so aton
they say we ababonte the guy traditional council ababonte sebi omatina oma insemfo ekoso wo nkramemu too much enti we dey omofo mo nan ensi form so no ena ne nkrofo ketua no say obedi omoso hina enye problem say
one way you can't call yourself a chief when you have not been gazetted. Yes.
And in fact, there is no there is no foreign tribal or otumi ade or enclave otumi edi ade because your chieftaincy act no and recognize you and me kai say sa mosi kumase o say mosi omo hene no among them owuye no ntokwa omo de call Supreme Court no me referee judge ni dey one of the judge bisams na mo ohene wo mu krom kasem omo se dad no omo se ohene ni mu krom kasem
ade na mo be si hene
wa ade na mo by say ye mbo ohene wen mo ohene eni mu krom kasem eye clan leader
abedi hene wo bi mamu
ubedi ehene wo bi mamu ti mo de munye den mo nkona mo church mo so senya
but we nyina no Ghana for Ghana politicians ya na so sansemfo we so
sika bi
they are the ones glorifying these people we ska be ono you should dia giska
sika bi
wo hyehyɛ adwuma
okwa se oma okakra Oh,
so the you.
So me kasa sika bi o medi no.
Na papa penny politician woni mu di wo man wa mu pa wakotena ho agi ufugu agi wo ye tro no mo
say Igbo king.
Oh Debbie yeti krom ha na Dr. UN e de kuraba ne ade be dada nkofo so o mo ma wars e kire kura sa na kwa na te afa so
Bibi asem we ya
no we are too gullible
asem we there na abrante bi kura de nke so okọ VGM wanko eno koji Dr. UN award na yedi na tem say waji award wo VGM wanko no de ne flags
water bottle
flags water bottle
yeah me da say
Dr. UN the four settings
you first see her
Den na ekọ eden na ekọ
ya na eden wa
Hey Jack my
mejo suminia
the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources omo etuana mombi na the say Blue Water Guards
yes Blue Water Guards
omo film bi efepa
Joyce or South
Water Guards
trailer na say full movie no.
Oh yeah, trailer. We have full action no. Now Water Guards na champagne bi.
Okay.
So if you visit the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources omo Facebook page omo de ato. But if you pieces of video no a very fine movie and omoyo
Happy FM 98.9
omo anyway I mean the video Azuma Nelson ade no so this is a fresh statement and I would want you to take your time then you deal with
Azuma Resources
you will deal with it
and they say
fresh but the movie no
corporate politics
meaning say the city but Yahweh
operator
woman India say ama we're keeping me in suspense
because Blue Water Guards you do buy and I mean say abai the phrase the game changer no ejinemu pa phrase game changer ni ejinemu and in the fight against Galamsey the introduction of Blue Water Guards was said to be the game changer because someone dey kwako policy insu ano so na omoachi won mu a ehunu nsuo no se nsuo no esi nsuo kwan divert nsuo kwan na they say 2 or 3 months ago na deploy one more na o say deploy one more no omo action kakra
omo action bia nsuo no zo ho no mama nsuo no so aye nika
oh that's good okay bra Facebook ne be he
ebi na ohwe mo gas ni bi
okay
eni ti o sha the Rambo 4 kofo no te
champagne na si nsuo no so eye adwuma no okoche
Blue Water Guards o hwe okoche na wo su mi kono nti kofo no so net so no to mu zo oben na the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources kofo ne atonsuo no eno omusu and this is what the Ministry but when the Ministry was the Blue Water Guards Juma na anti omuduru ho no
na wunim nkofo no twen am oben shanfa no ansa no obefo no
enipa na o sumi no o dey take a second look ono mu no
we no sumi o
ehu bia minimu o tiafe no mo drag champagne every nsuo no so na adewe they shouldn't tell us omuko yinti na nkofo no that part in there acting.
It doesn't look real.
Oh no, it doesn't look real. Bako crack.
Doesn't look real.
What do you hear?
Because we galamsey ni a ujina champagne so. And a blue water gas no can. You see other security personnel with them. There is no way.
Galamsey 98.9.
Ebe hunu security for say. Na omagina champagne so atwen wa ma watoto nsuo no mu ababedu udu ansa akwano kwa wo hura si nsuo no na ase nani aha. You see, ono na oya galamsey no o dwane no kwa ase nani aha.
Ne ahopepra odi dwane no.
Is action?
It doesn't look real.
I find in a matter because I'm asking say omo is in movie because na ya na so yebo chache spa what is a police pampai kwa boss scatter na but you see Bibi, I think that this whole thing me take about it is that
na say before mo kokrom dia homo so champagne
yes. So that you are holding it I'm drag
and you see Bibi, me I feel like
and I'm demonstrate say water guard no
omo ye adwuma
air corner and omo ehu omu and omu jan
Happy FM 98.9.
Hold on, Joe. If you go to their omu Facebook page, video is in pieces.
Oh sir.
Oh yes, there are about 3 of them. In Tibako or Kosea. And abako baby uncle for ni edwane
na ahoma no so no twa enye so osumi o
the use ahoma no so too baako at the other end o so dwane na me na enye fe so they've been told say you twa I mean who are we deceiving when
oh but this is not good if you want to run a simulation exercise it's a different matter.
Yes.
So that's it.
Okay, so
if you want to run a simulation exercise, it's a different matter. But
it's not a simulation.
Are you sure it's a simulation exercise?
Go to their Facebook.
So where a operation
yes, ministry
Bibi
of land.
No, I think that anyway we
Yes. 98.9.
Unlike excavators, we mono omukoto eso omuchajatum.
Champagne.
Yes.
But tubashi no nsuo no so ensem foforo.
Yes. No, make us almost easier because Bibi the war against drugs. Yenim say entumi nto ase but US edu baby na edu the highest peak no. Na di almost easy with drugs
Eja.
No mu charge atum.
Okay, so
that's unstoppable trade.
No, but no, Bibi, you can never stop it.
Okay.
What you can do is to reduce the impact. You know?
Acting on intelligence.
Yeah. Do they read
intelligence?
So Galamsey fights where the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. 51 minutes ago.
Good.
Fresh. It's na unsa o wrap it up okono. Mask signal se twen. Was afei na ba. Then so na eko ani. Ani so so pa ho ade. Fresh na brand new. So just 51 minutes ago na ministry ne de sa video e ba bonten na caption e ka ho ni. Galamsey fight. Prestia Blue Water Guards destroy 8 champagne machines. Seize 8 pumping machines near the Ankobra River. Blue Water Guards at Prestia have launched a successful anti-Galamsey operation near the Ankobra River in the Western region. Acting on an intelligence tip-off. The guards swooped into action near the Ankobra River at a site known as Amponsa in the Heman community. Upon sighting the guards, the illegal miners reportedly fled in haste. Where haste?
Yes.
Wait.
Abandoning their illicit operations along the stretch.
The Ministry of Lands and Resources is giving us updates. And it's telling us in the update that reportedly fled. Baby interest.
Meanwhile, you have a video.
You have a video.
People have actually fled.
Government institution now. My update to the max. What's it reported from who?
Reportedly fled.
You were there.
Oh,
you are there. When I watch a video, no, they are better. In the video, no, is somebody telling you say
Omujani and I say
they have fled.
One kotusun and I can report it.
So you are
one when you know
and I say chat video.
Movie no.
Into when
you understand the movie.
We bet me win Oscar.
Complete. You see,
we that I want. Shadi way. We haste way. How did they flee in haste?
It's okay, fine. Are they telling us? Sankofona omu ewo champagne so ho no. Omu kwa na ye adwuma
98.9.
Na ade no kra nkofo na gire chire.
Omu gire ho hwe wo
shabai 1 2 3 obi a ready. Eti
edi wo mo musu ye so musu mi omu na ekọ no. Onu susu mi wie no.
Eti mi go. Eti akwaya a ohye life jacket onu kwa na no kwakwa chi nipa onu kwa for na no
omudwane
unya sa na dwuma na semi ya mukeken ahoma na ye de twe champagne
no ade
oh asemeni
onu kwa akofuru no mutam bibi bo na
wo se nipa tre no nti onu no betu wo mu osoro a onkura tuo nkura ba
we dey friend settings no
this is clear settings settings na mo de aba betu na one udo tumfo de ne ba
dabi
say I never otumfo yere kire kwa fa social ni kun na
ebreninti
Asante achimo subu enti na mde garanzo de ne sha
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
Me pese meka na asante achimo subu afo enye enida ho titru mabunu na ewo ho no bibi omu enye enida ho efiri se ba be yese ase mabunu nu mom se yenhwe han se yodu se yesika ena wo mu akwaje a omu hoyi nkofo na pese betu ebe ya galamse ewo kro nu mu ho no enye first time omu beni and the first time I will work on one. Yeah, it took a mabuno mum, sa omube pamo sanko for ne free ho. Sabre omusi nkete. Na hono omukuba ye no. Sabre ho na nkasa no, kwa be no nkoso ye. Kwa be ho no ho na nkasa de. Gold wo ho pa.
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
Asante achimo gold wo ho pa. Ente ho no ana omu ko settle ya nkasa omani omu apese to gold wo sa ye ho ni na kwa bi onu mani da. Enti omu ba ya mabru sori gina ya na sa be no mutimi ni ayefunu bi didi nkomo a. Omu sori gina ya no. Ena nkofo no etisan ye. Na wuni ye ACSC ni se de no na meka no. Sese no omu eko camp ha omu akono ana omu akwa settle ho a mabunu na akwa ese omatimi atwa fam na ana no me kai maame sewa maame safo a o MC yo ana no woni nana enitia mo ye back and forth de nana any committee chairman ba wo ho eni akira mo ba ho eni nkrofo na de mo ba wo ho ankomo amudidi no nana wadaroma pa ekwanya mo pese mo di kro no faso no ye nai woto su bio committee chairman bi wani na wo kra de se kra de wo kra de se kra de umugidie ba kokura ni ho wo ya ma umugidie ni ho na asa nananom nananom ifu be mi onu ba ko kono ba ko won kran omu atu ho se dia se de omu nim na omu nyina nim na bi maka twa se mebodi we fidie so
ebeba so
ani die nkrofo ye influencer manfo eye sesi ye nam so a ama ade we kwa akoba
ye friend no influence peddling
yes
of din nam
enemu omunemu alizama omatimi aboa ma mabunu mu ahwete eti sankrofo yi enya na nei hwe
Nana fancy ani enko.
Enano
divide and conquer.
Oka. Enano oka say. Onu omoka no omoka nyema bi ozi ehia kuro no enom ne adana wo bese ukuro no. Wo mu bese ukuro no. Na community center and na hospital ya pese renovate enom ne ademe no ka say sesi aye. Excavators 4 our camp. Emu 3 wa site aye adwuma sesi asem no ka say. Nana we de aye asem ba ko pe ewie mbese me no jawo.
Happy FM 98.9.
Enfine enkonkosi enyankopon ya adoma adwada. Evidence nyina adwada me ba fidie so mu nyina me bomudin.
Pepe.
Sika akofo age efiri mu ni nyina.
Dem fancy ha ya. Na ye
kani nyina.
Ye fan kwadwada.
Na adwada. Adwada nyame ya adoma asante achime subu ambagimole.
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben Jumedie na yeka galamse ho asem the outgoing Danish ambassador to Ghana. Wachira na dwen o galamse no ho na nesem ni ebi eni. Or say the conversation about mining and water conservation is ongoing, but there are activities directly in that area. We do have companies that can deliver technologies, but it is not the solution to the whole problem. It is humongous. And in 10 years, I do not want to think about the consequences.
98.9.
Ono a won free Ghana ha. Da busuafo ni ha. Ene okọ ne krom. Wabesom wo Ghana. Ebi kura embassy ho no kura wo mo nnom Ghana nsuo. Omo de nsuo fi om krom na eba. Enti mo galamse ne nyade ebi beka no. Nenso owayem hyehye ma Ghana because of ne odi nani abehunu efa galamse ho. Ose ne yekoso no eye humongous. Ade a chese eso chen yen. Na ose in 10 years on pesa wode na adwen kura besusu ne ebesi o Ghana ha efa galamse ho. Tie ose I hope that some of the steps that are being taken will be helpful. It is possible slightly different methods for small-scale mining to ensure that you do not have the pollution you are seeing today.
Happy FM 98.9.
The problem is that whether you are a small-scale miner, legal or illegal, the difference in cost is huge. I think that Ghana needs to find a way to deal with this. They have to find a way to deal with the illegal mining, because it is not just a problem in terms of the environment. It is also about legality and how many people are making a living off illegal mining. We, the outgoing Danish ambassador to Ghana, Nensemo waka, edi achire Ghana for efa galamse ho enie. Ose ye pe biribi ne ye fa ho. Na ade na ekoso no ono o no ho 10 years on pese ode nanim po bebu esusu ne ebesi in 10 years time. A word to the wise.
98.9.
Stick and stay me basisia.
Hey, na dua sudua herbal clinic. Sa wasa yare easily sa.
Dua sudua herbal clinic. Na aven watu wa monka. Honema ni yare, sunsumu yare. Yare kwankro. Ya wasa no ho no. Yesi bini.
Mekuma yare na ye kwankro. Ana bi mu kra de ahye beyie. Oduru ho a doctor ne de ahaban gu ni komu a munum ho ara hwem. Ya wanya na yare sa.
Chese instant healing.
Mesewo.
Ayare sa obabi o.
Dua sudua herbal clinic.
Wo yare no. Doctor Ohinebo Ofori e de fasoro na ansa wo de befa fom. Chese ekwan bia so yare ntimi nwane emfiri nanim.
Dua sudua herbal clinic.
E bayal semu an wa ben seja wa ben wo hye. Kuma se wa brepo broni krom. Fra ho 0248 427 998. Ena kaswa breku 0246 35 47 47.
Akrobato me kanfo dua asudua herbal center. Wa ohia bi abra. Ekoyie.
number one everywhere you go. Bigo. For the friends and the family. Bigo. Big refreshing moment. Bigo. For the kids and the adults. Bigo. Boys and girls with a drink up. Bigo. Everywhere the party day. Bigo. We go mash up the place with it. Bigo. Greatest in every battle. Bigo. Big refreshing moment.
Bigo drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income, and for business owners we say think funding before projects.
Etoda, won't do champagne pa, nanso usike kura wono. Na juice ene betumi ato. So pesa wo kura mre kwasika na udwumadi a wudie, wonu ma wonim dwumadi no. Etumi dima wo ewo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwumane dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey. So pe studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twasene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a wo pesa otwe egun homa so. Frey. TV commercials, se wo ton woniema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Frey. Documentaries, Frey. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wudi dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frey. Why nyum na pese oya nyum no ho akasamfoni a. Frey. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production. Frey. Short and long film. Frey. Yetetefon homanie 0242-755-323 ana 0302-254-858 anasa hwiyecha kwan yewo Asylum Down yeben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Hey, na Dua Herbal Clinic. Sa wasa yare easily sa.
Dua Herbal Clinic. Na aven watu wa monka. Honema ni yare, sunsumu yare kwankro. Ya wasa no ho no. Yesi bini.
Mekuma yare na ye kwankro. Ana bi mu krade ahye beyi. Oduru ho a doctor ne de ahaban gu ni komu a munum hwara hwim ya wenya na yare sa.
Chese instant healing.
Mesewo.
Ayare sa wo ba bi o.
Dua Herbal Clinic.
Wo yare no. Doctor wo hene bo fori e de fasoro na ansa wo de befa fom. Chese ekwan bia so yare ntimi nwane emfiri nanim.
Dua Herbal Clinic.
E ba yare semu an wa ben seja wa ben wo hye. Kuma se wa brepo Broni Krum, Freho 0248-427-998. Ena Kaswa Breku 0246-35-4747.
Akrobato, me kamfo, Dua Esudua Herbal Center. Well here be abra. Ekoye.
Etoda, wontimi do champagne pa, nanso usike kura wono. Na juice ene betumi ato. So pesa wo kura mre kwasika na udwumadi a wudie, wonu ma wonim dwumadi no. Etumi dima wo ewo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwumane dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey. So pe studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twasene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a wo pesa otwe egun homa so. Frey. TV commercials, se wo ton woniema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Frey. Documentaries, Frey. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wudi dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frey. wayɛ nnwom na apɛ sɛ woyɛ nnwom no ho akasamfoni a frɛ yɛn jingle IVR any voice over production frɛ yɛn short and long film frɛ yɛn yɛtɛtefo nhoma nie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 anaasɛ hwehwɛ yɛkyira kwan yɛwɔ Asylum Down yɛbɛn Happy 98.9 FM E-Productions capture the moment.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
Mameko NDC asoye na me ne director deputy director of elections ema NDC amanyoko nationwide in nkomo Madi Jibril has joined me on the line. Madi otime kan happy suni me mo handa wase.
Bibi me joso
Na ahoden wo ho de.
Menya dum.
Ya da nyame ase. Na mo boaboa mo ho for 11th July there.
Nyame adum a ye bobo ye ho. Mene we ka se kwa bo me ablik no.
Also na me.
Mo ablik no.
O ablik no. Ye ka se ye.
Mene we ka se.
I see. Statement enu na omo de batu dwa. Omo say omo ne mo parties no ehia ye. And then at the NPP's headquarters, omo press conference omo ye. Omo say electoral commission a create impression be say mo parties no magia to mu say sorry run no emra so na they never said anything like that. Walk me through meetings among the electoral commission aye leading to this decision and near transpire near course ankasa.
Bamifa kwenya wetia tifo anyway. On the 12th June, an electoral commission following series of meetings on Ablikmanov. Until June 5th, 12th, and I'm fair here. Now, your mom will stand. Your position at that meeting, and they say, all other police, MPP did pay shit by and is the pay shit by yes, no, they did to me. But the engine to say use 37 polling stations are MPP use scan documents. And MPP to say, almost there. I per se yam for 3 polling stations no na count because almost 34 out of the 37. So we ended that meeting on that position. The Electoral Commission actually was say now we have made the final position. On the 1st July, we fair for the meeting. On the meeting, no, we again said about our position. NDC can position NPP can position. And I used to say, when we say they united in a park, they are not being, we're not having the system. But they need to now put the issues in the best perspective. The Mensa NHA meeting, I'm not going to say, NDC 37 now, NDC 37 now, just say every land now. And so, NDC so, they know what they am found out, and also, I'm on call now. I didn't hear. I'm going to say, this is now, kind of documentation use money. You see here, I want to say 34. Also, look at one of parliament. 18 of them, and one, and you see now, source documents, validated documents, you know. Validation, no man is saying, I'm presiding officers, and NDC agents, EG2 on the 18 polling station. And I don't know, I'm going to say 18, maybe, we get to 34. But Nyaka 16 now, ɛde ka wɔn 34 no a yɛka wɔn de bia no ɔmo di ntomu nti ɔmo de ɛno ɛne that outstanding na MPP ɛka wɔn de bia no asɛm sɛ ɛyɛ 19 na ɛkɔ rerun of those 19 police stations nti this is the message by electoral commission MI that meeting the minister submitted the proposal say where in on because the probably are not must be part of the decision making. But so we people enter after control viewer to raise it. Our colleagues of MPP didn't say anything. We still say that they check it through. Almost validate document, you know. The men say X-ray. I can say, but the other do no. Let's take care of our people public money. If they will not go into the 18 in any details, once a presiding officer are validated, and the 18, 19 are coming there, they cannot vouch on EC MPP's signed documents. The MPP told the issue. About Bismark. Who can't say I can't my 34, I can't trade. So why it changed? And the medical gentleman said, this is the true reflection of the issue. But 6 years nobody validated that one. And MPP should prove if they validated that. With the day now, MPP couldn't validate, prove that one. Maybe we came to a conclusion say yes, we're independent to run the elections. You know, what document is what the validation of the issues. And I don't know the election only it. The only way she can take it. This is a control about in those 19 police stations will get those results completely set.
Madi, Mamimbusa, you have been part of attempted coalition exercises the Electoral Commission at Trice Wabeye Ewablekuma North outstanding polling stations. At what point NEC realizing yes there are some polling stations, 19 of them are or more officers intimate and verify the claims of their agents. At what point in the coalition NEC it do some pempensoni hune busasa because we are only being told by the EC in their statement or modebae. Meanwhile, we are aware there have been attempts to collate and there have been some coalition akoso a man number no swate. At what point in the coalition NEC who say there are 19 of them are their officers could not verify because call before Parliament, they maintain the fact to say aka 3 outstanding polling stations. Statement deba abontain somewhere around I think 17th January. Indicated say aka 3 outstanding polling stations. That being na EC meetings mu ana coalition mu kache mu say there are 19 their officers are unable to verify.
Let me say this thing on record. I am clear in my mind. Say, into 5 the Mensa from Bismark, FIS are processing, they were not briefing the message.
But you're Sisubi, Manti,
The officers of the Electoral Commission, from the returning officer, regional director, this is for Echo Regional Office for year that can spreadsheet collation did not reach the Mensa very well in the process of the general process.
Okay. And then a choir man briefing here.
Because every time you share, we have always opposed the 34 collation. Saying to me, because you cannot use scan document to scan, to collect. And we have always asked MPP, say easy. They are not telling us. Tell me, say, police say you say. All the time you call, they always want to bully. Say, there's going to be. In all these meetings, they mention me. Okay? It is June 12th for the honor of the term. So we started asking details of how they came to that conclusion. Questions that we ask, I'm going to they couldn't answer. But couldn't the end. I'm saying they got the presiding officers. In the presiding men as a jail, Muslim presiding officers at the pink seat, at the secure by it. And the two of we are. You issue pink seat for presiding officers take home. I say, David, it is open the pink seat to secure. Young one said, with the Bata Empire validated scan documents are legitimate. They couldn't answer. So now they made a realize that there's something she's diving into. So we believe that they now went to ask questions. In the Asian drama, they mentioned a vampire. The one of the words she says that in the meeting, everybody will be truthful to the issues of EpaHoaDaben. Okay,
Bibi.
Wait. Say, the fact is, say, get the Sabi police station, they were able through Mr. Kwa, who is the deputy director of electoral affairs, went down to get 18 presiding officers to come and validate the pitches. But the remaining 19, no, Bao said they will not come.
And when was revealed to you and Ra?
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie enie na yewie sam komo nyina no amene mabedwa fontena se na ene issues no yen koso na indi eho enkomo ene membe kan wo Facebook messages ni bi mame enye sama na wonso akoma ento woyem na meba Facebook na mede o messages no abe hihye so de ama wonso betimi de wo de aba no abekere wadwene ewo issues a etwagu Ablekuma North edapono so a yedi eho enkomo eno achi nso eyade a yehwe National Cathedral Board no eden sembia betudwa omu kira omasem ne se womo ne obi antena since agina yese omu the National Cathedral site no eba beye National Cultural Convention Center bia. Now they have even made attempts to raise funds. Omo ehwe ni mu se ombe collaborate with Aban any other private
Happy FM 98.9
project no so enti National Cultural Convention Center ne there it is out of the question as far as they are concerned. Aban no so dia tudwa se or the society be ya de fufro de ba be no any National Cultural Convention Center. The Minister of Trade has been to Parliament akọ retreat his position way. Quite apart from that, your core launch of the 24-hour plus economy, it was stated clearly, said the alternative use would be to set up a SAR convention center. Now, appropriately, the 24-hour economy model are almost to show 24. Now, Busase have the battle lines over the future of the National Cathedral been drawn, with the board taking an entrenched position indicating, say, in fact, denying any decision to repurpose site, and government also indicating the intention to use it for a different purpose.
98.9.
Maybe Facebook, Kwakwampa said the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources must be serious. These dramatic acts make the opposition make mockery about the good governance of His Excellency John Mahama. They should stop this. What is this? If he can't do the job, he should clear off. We, the grassroots of the NDC, are not like the NPP that defends everything everything nonsense or their account from their party. By the way, my regards to Honorable Dr. Othenel Kweno Ekumfi Messiah. Now, a video be just a short while ago. Now, video na in fact, Oko Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources Facebook page officially the statement at all. Almost say Blue Water Guards yakwaye operation. Na operation no makwaye no almost seize shamfans bebre. Na kodu ono presence ema ye galamsey no fled in haste. Ye video no.
Happy FM 98.
Video na ye it doesn't indicate an operation. And you don't see anybody running in haste. The video looks choreographed. It looks acted. And it is a slap in the face of our fight against Galamsey. Say, if we are trying to keep up appearances and create impressions, say, Blue Water Guard for if they are not making an impact, we must force them to make an impact. Brabe video no, manemo video no mami, not guest anywhere. Brabe video ni nie. Ministry no, I say this is an operation. Meanwhile, Shamfans ni na omo de ahoma suso mu de da omo betwe. These are ropes are tied to the Shamfan. Blue Water Guards for the krem. This is one officer, just one, swimming towards the Shamfan. Nkofo na okotwe mu no omu gina Shamfan so.
98.9.
Is this a hasty flee? Share. And while they are doing, there are people looking on. And this is what the ministry has put out there to make us believe. It is an operation, a successful operation. On the bank of the river are close to 5 or 6 Blue Water Guards officials. Only one entered the water. In Sono he was not swimming. Why are we doing this? We are Galamsey for Nasre. Omo best 3 years. I say Galamsey na grobi ni didi. Say simulation exercise amonka. But for you to chalifa statement in some me statement, for you to come and say it was a successful operation leading to the seizure of 8 Shamfans and the people fled in haste. Akwana no huri every Shamfan no sinsu kana nani aha. Obi ebeche no huri as osimezim. Honorable Amakufibua. Honorable Amakufibua, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Please, let's be serious. Listen to the tone of the statement our ministry in their on Facebook page. Galamsey fight. Prestia Blue Water Guards destroy 8 Shamfan machines. Seizes 8 pumping machines near the Ankobra River. Blue Water Guards at Prestia have launched a successful anti-Galamsey operation. Blue Water Guards at Prestia have launched a successful anti-Galamsey operation near the Ankobra River in the western region.
FM 98.9.
Acting on intelligence tip-off. So construction in the Misremo editors of the guards swooped till way swoop. The guards swooped into action near the Ankobra River at a site known as Amponsa in the Heman community. Na Bruniti ha. Upon sighting the guards, the illegal miners reportedly fled in haste, abandoning their illicit operations along the stretch. The team, however, managed to seize 8 pumping machines and destroyed some 8 other Shamfan machines. Please, settings na doso yesremo na mbema Galamsey for nenya impetus dodo. Koyo Smart Sebibi, there is a saying that when you create a monster and it and finish destroying your enemies, you will be the next. NPP is the creator of the monster, and the monster is EC. Masawudu Kumase Bantama said the inconsistency of EC is very much alarming. Their intentions to help the ruling government to win Ablekuma North seat will not save their job. The disappearance of pink sheets is a serious breach of duty and electoral laws. Dangerous precedents ahead. Regards to former KMA boss, Honorable Sampine. Godwin Amegache or say, so sad, may his soul rest in peace, referring to the murder of the immigration officer. Or say, good afternoon, baby. I'm watching you live from Medina, Atomic Junction. Keep up the good work for Mother Ghana. Piaga, here live from Achim Asafo. Paul Amenoso, you said, baby, please, who appointed the EC, the CJ, Michael Blagaji said, hi, baby. Is she day for Ghana here? Earlier, Busa said, Madam G mentioned to Okrumana. Because less than 24 hours to Ochin exercise, the EC hasn't held any public engagement, no media engagement, no update. Even controversy here, Kosuya, more flip-flop you cried. The EC hasn't come out to clarify the position or to even reiterate or seek to explain. Mintia, here call Ablekuma North BM. Timi Busa say, oh, hey, na sa question answer, and Michael Blagajin Subusa say, into Okrumhana. Comments appeal to say honorable Kwefriye Ablekuma North Kukurudu or say Ebefa. Okay. Now we cheer honorable Brighter Sylvie Kumi, next MP, next NPP's National Affairs Vice hopeful. Okay. But as someone said, the U-turn by the NPP to partake in the Ablekuma North rerun is an indication of how double standards, paradoxical, consistently inconsistent, and above all, super incompetent Justin Kodia is. He always plays with the minds of his apparatchiks, but the funny side of it is that those same apparatchiks will be fan-fooled to go out there and demonstrate in the sun just for Ioko to release a suspect. Anyway, we the NDC are very prepared for tomorrow, and we'll win this rerun by hook or by crook. Hey, sir, by hook or by crook. What's the expression I say? There's a bus also we there be a first election. Comments appeal to say, okay, I think I've read your message just a while ago. Paul Amenoso, you say NDC is the best experienced party to govern this country for the future of Ghana. Many thanks to you. Emil Smith, me that's someone who are joining in area. Also, bet me the messages about I can kind of another at the Amawo. Na me free had the me fat last two encounter for me come a guest no eho. Lord Pani say it's clear that this video is full of settings. But I think as a journalist and media house, call the area and ask if such operation happened. Semenake. Omo no so my operation and omo de ehun evidence video abeka ho. O se enko hwese operation because so. There be asema kind there. Also, what if this event happened and they are recreating the scene? But even if it is so, why not just tell the truth, Mr. Minister? Truth matters. Now, till a day we know almost say a operation akosu 50. They say crabbe me say 1 hour ago no dey buy fresh news. Fresh news. Me kind first and then 51 minutes ago. They say baby an hour ago. Fresh news as some near canon. Mensa Zak said the rate at which young boys 18 years are robbing people of their money is very serious. And how the immigration officer was killed because of money. Lawyers must give huge sentences. Lawyers don't sentence. The judges who do so. Manuel Jesse said, that's NDC for you, job for the boys. And or refer to Blue Water Guards. Tete Vidich said, oh, Ghana, politicians should remember that there is tomorrow. Next general elections will be serious. The comments in the BC. Later, Messan Basubium na the Abeka Hono. Makenkan in Ede Amawo. Na menko me guest ho area na yefa enen komo no so enhyehyɛ so. Na said ye unimu hyehyɛ no. Yedi nkomo yan so betimi de wano abetumu bi. na wachire wadwene ewo issues no eho ebeje bre na akenkan ede amawo na me call me guest ho no mo ene awie ya from Dom Kwabenya constituency. I have with me this afternoon a friend I haven't seen in a short while. I mean, this year is here. No, this year after elections in Shire. He's a regular guest on our show, and he's a voice, you know,
98.9.
Kolali MK Agbemeva, a member of the NDC's communication team, Dom Kwabenya constituency. He joins us this afternoon. Kamal Dean Ibrahim, a member of MPP Fonso communication team, Amasaman constituency. Fadudu Amasaman there. Oboni din Kamadin obi ehuno. This waka Amasaman Bruni. Eno no bia ede ehuno. Penifo anti Amasaman Bruni ni Dom Kwabenya bibini. Bichamo enewe. Boko de.
Amiado.
Edanyamiase. Olali mi hu ache.
Yeah, true.
You look well though.
Yes. I was here well recovered.
You were not well.
It's been on and off for me for some time now since
sorry about that.
After the elections.
Okay.
I think when I came back to Accra.
You went to Accra?
Yeah. I was in the Angola for a while.
Okay.
I was working with the Royal Bank there for a while.
Okay.
So throughout last year,
98.9.
I came back in January this year and been trying to settle. On and off. But yeah, I'm quite better now.
You'll be very fine. Ama Saman Bruni.
Yeah, Brown.
Boko there.
Boko, now sir.
How about the Adobe here pa? Na Galamse video simu ni saying. It's a successful operation. Olali.
Oh, baby lady come in here. Don't be coming for you na. Ni a member of parliament. My sister Faustina Eliklima Kurugu. Mechano pa.
Mabremo.
Oh yeah, if you hear Obekai, I mean, the your boss was large, you say, so never ever you can only do Kwabenya, you know. But yeah, by dint of hard work, we repeated there for the second time, and you know, she pulled it off with the help of the constituency executives, Michamina, Irani Lantina, Daumano, and of course to the MC, to the Ghana East Assembly, Mr. Agbo.
Happy FM.
They are doing very well.
98.9.
Generally to all the party members in Domi Kwabenya. The way they mean canopy. I mean, we're all aware of what's going on, but of course things will get better. Hopefully so. The Galamsey issue, the Blue Water Guards. I don't know. I mean, when their training was ongoing and all that, people were wondering how it was going to, what form or shape it was going to take. So, Ijuma Potin, Ben, almost on bed, say. So, watching this video now, if these are the operations, then I think it's a bit risky, even for the people who are involved. They don't look armed, that's one. And we know, Segalam for most of them are armed to the teeth, they can open fire at any time and all that. And I think the whole thing looks so slow. Meaning the video there, because the people are also running as though they are not running. I'm not getting the thing, quite well. But I mean, if they are going to help, and I think the intention is for them to help. Some Bebuama, a Galamsey, of course, no. One will be able to figure out where they are happening. I think that's very important. Telling me feels that Omejumano will be well concentrated in finding out where these things are being done, and probably raising attention and all that, getting the attention of the various district and the municipal security councils, so that they can move in, with our security people to try and deal with the situation. I'm not too sure if this is their modus operandi, but if it is, I don't see us getting very good results with Juma Moye. They should concentrate more on their visibility on the air. I think that's what their training was mainly about: how to get into the forest, maybe ensure how to go around it and all that, and get the right attention to move in. So I'm very seizing of them.
Can we have the video?
The slow motion.
I will say we'll be by joining conversation and we'll
they'll be able to. Yeah. So the season of the Shang fans and all that. You should not say no. I mean, so I ask myself, so people don't understand what's going on, and I'm saying,
they understand, but they don't care. And we are pretending to be fighting them, and
that's what makes some of these approaches. I mean, something like this. I mean, quite dangerous. Nipa 6 and the world championship. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying if they will have to really look at the approach. And share them more because this is very dangerous. I won't do this. I mean, I'm not going to risk my life in this manner. These people.
But do you see this as a serious operation?
Slow motion. If this is how we're going to go, we're not going to get the right result.
I just slow motion.
I insist. If this is how we go, we will not get the right result. But these people, they do not, like you said, they do not care. Yes, say quiet. They don't care, and they can be even armed. Anything can happen to these, our brothers and sisters who are in the blue water. I think they should do more concentration on visibility. In some now, let's try to liaise with the district and municipal, security, councils, so they can take, concrete steps, so we can halt these things. I think it was in the news today. The chairman of the small scale miners, if anything.
Yes.
Who have been picked up by the IGP's, special, task force. So those ones are more progressive and are yielding, some kind of tangible results. But we approach really, unless maybe, of course, yes, maybe they want us to see that, yes, almost so, they are contributing their bit to, help the fight against Galamsey. But I think the approach can be better. We can do better beyond this, so we can get better results. We're part the end. Honestly, I don't think it's the best.
Okay,
at all.
I'm a Saman Bruni. Kamadin, let me hear your thoughts on this matter.
Me chair, I'm a summer for. Na Messacha, me general secretary. Excuse me, lawyer Justin Frimpong Kweduya. Na. When it comes to Galamsey issue, video now would show very, very, very comical, to say the least. But you see, Udi Galamsey a propaganda in opposition. So when you come into power, now you are faced with reality. Either so about television now was because you are overwhelmed by a Jumana Yadimano. In opposition, mostly anchor who criticize. I say criticism in opposition is much easier. But I feel like Galamsey Brown and expected some kind of decorum kakra from the NDC. They made it seem as if say na do abanu no nyeshi. But also one journalist Odi Galamsey Chipa Erastus Asari who follow the Facebook page. With that politicizing, you can see on Nukra Ekasa is getting worse. If the NDC that criticized Nanado comes to power, we shouldn't hear the word say it's getting worse. The whole of MPP 8 years now, we never saw any constituency chairman boldly facing the military. Say, more about my constituency without informing me. And I won't allow you enter into the site. Into the Galamsey side. So this is a level of boldness NDC drew. Now Blue Water Guard the military for Echo even with that crowd, now I could train young guys and administrative work be no more and certain kind of watchdog role be no more play by reporting and now intel now a military no move in. Yeah.
Obobo break to Abiamame. Sorry to butt in as you're flowing. I've been calling for Electoral Commission to give the nation some updates.
Okay.
Menewoka said the EC is addressing the nation.
Okay.
And Pese Okona Ekutie Kakra.
Granted by the court or any other process that prevented the Electoral Commission from going ahead to complete the process. So the commission wrote to them that there was no case that will prevent the commission from going ahead with the process. The commission further requested for protection to enable it carry out its work. Furthermore, in the letter, the Commission requested a meeting the following day, that is Friday, the 16th of May 2025, for the purpose of agreeing on a date for the completion of the collation. The Ghana Police Service, in the response to the letter, informed the Commission that it has referred the issue of the completion of the collation of the Ablekuma constituency parliamentary election results to the Attorney General for legal advice. They indicated that in view of the referral, the National Election Security Task Force will not be able to provide security until they receive the advice from the Attorney General. Since then, we have followed up with the police on several occasions. They have indicated today they have indicated they have not received the advice from the Attorney General. This put the collation process in limbo. In our bid to bring finality to the collation process, and in the light of the police decision not to provide security because, in their view, there was a pending court case at the Supreme Court, the Commission met with the NDC and the MPP on the issue. At the meeting on 12 June, the two parties presented their perspectives to the Commission. The MPP stated that the Commission should proceed with the completion of the collation as directed by the High Court. The MPP indicated that the scanned copies of the pink sheets had been verified and accepted by the NDC agents in the absence of original copies which had been destroyed by tax of the political parties. The NDC on their part noted that as a party they will not accept the results from the 37 scanned pink sheets because they were provided by the MPP. In their view, there should be a rerun at the 37 polling stations because the pink sheets from the MPP were scanned copies and there was nothing to compare them with. Again, on Tuesday, 1st July 2025, the Commission met the representatives of the MPP and the NDC to discuss the completion of the collation. The parties informed the Commission that their positions put forward in the meeting on 12 June remained unchanged. It is important for the public to understand that the issue in contention has to do with the fact that the 37 pink sheets provided by the MPP and used to collect the results were scanned copies. After extensive deliberations, the Commission came to the conclusion that it will rerun the election in 19 out of the 37 polling stations. The Commission arrived at the decision to rerun the election in the 19 polling stations because the 19 scanned polling station results used for the collation, though approved by agents of both political parties, were not verified by the presiding officers responsible for those polling stations. The Commission was able to secure the confirmation of 18 presiding officers of their scanned pink sheets. The Commission was of the view that once its officers were legally charged to conduct the elections at the polling stations, and they have also confirmed the scan results, there was no need to rerun the elections in those polling stations. As you have noticed from the presentation so far, the Commission's engagement with the MPP and the NDC was to build consensus on the completion of the parliamentary election in the Ablekuma North constituency due to the stalemate. It is obvious from the above narration that the Commission's efforts have yielded no results. It is also important to note that the collation process in the Ablekuma North parliamentary election has been transparent, participatory, and accountable. The agents of the political parties have been present throughout the collation, as was the media. The media have provided coverage of the entire process on each day that the collation took place. The evidence of the transparent and open process is on record. The Commission's attention has been drawn to an unfounded accusation that it has been influenced by certain individuals to pursue the rerun. We state categorically that Ghana's electoral management body is an independent body and will not be dictated to by any person or institution. Our track record speaks for itself. The Ghana Police Service and the National Election Security Task Force have assured the Commission of their readiness to ensure security before, during, and after the rerun. We count on them to guarantee that lives and property are protected, and that voters and our staff will work in a safe and conducive environment tomorrow. The aftermath of the 7th December election, the processes to complete the collation in 12 constituencies have created fear, not only in our staff, but voters in general. We trust that the police and the National Election Security Task Force will provide the needed security before, during, and after the process so we can vote and work in peace. On our part, as the electoral management body, we are desirous of bringing the election in the Ablukumanov constituency to a conclusion and to ensure that the constituents have a representative in parliament. We have thus provided a path to complete the collation process so as to ensure that the residents of Ablukumanov have a representative in parliament. We assure the public and the political party that, as always, we will live by our motto and ensure that the rerun is fair, transparent, and credible. We wish the two contestants the best of luck at the polls tomorrow, Friday, the 11th of January. Thank you for your attention.
So you heard the voice of a Deputy Commissioner of the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Asare. As we make us say no muti. I've been asking and wondering why such a controversial and sensitive matter up till now, some few hours to election, one more Emma or minor update and even clarify the controversy surrounding 3 better than 19. You go back now into some more.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Well, are you ready? I better go back now. Yakoti near Electoral Commission for EpaHoaDaben Ghana. But Dr. Bosman Asare, I don't know, but the way you communicate, as a pentama Canadian, no sorry, I could be. Anyway, okay. Okay. Bruni, I'm say you were wrapping up on the Galamsey issue. No, quickly finish with that.
Yes. So, Galamsey, I think one thing the NDC must do is say, Ombepa appointing Abepa Ghana for actual say, Omu Yusu, the propaganda the winning election, but they are being faced with reality now because Mikai Honorable Sam George. Yeah. Any other CSOs, you can take within a week if you want to stop Galamsey. It's a matter of a week. We are 7 months into the administration of this government, and they've not been able to stop Galamsey. As long as you bet to us to say you politicize Galamsey, this is be the outcome. You form blue water guard or whatever. You
so water guard, the mona wisha say, and some uncle see here. Would it be by?
Yeah, then no way be.
You didn't even deploy them.
We've considered, say, the issue of Galamsey and too simplistic. The way NDC saw to, and Namika say, even something within 1 week, if the president meant then said he wants to stop Galamsey or he wanted to stop Galamsey, it's a matter of a week. 7 months down the line, what is stopping them? If the fight were to be that easy, when you're an abusive not the camera, didn't achieve for
the optics.
The optics. To boost the social media following. And that's who call Aqua Designer. Why use camera to follow you? What for?
Okay. And come back to easy for now.
Of the NPP and the NDC in all the processes and the agreement by all the stakeholders, that's the political parties and the commission to rely on scanned pictures submitted by the NPP. On 28th March 2025.
Okay. But Swanson, because I know they feel the way. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, so me on the issue of Galamsey, I'll just end it by saying the reality is hitting them in the face. Omo will say any better in opposition. And look, they even tag the whole Achim Mafia.
Yeah.
Now Omo MPP 4 year man license your friends Chamawun to me on this. Missy says, I'm more than Bo.
A Japadi book.
Look, just MZ and also, what is it? A Tiwa also MC. It's been confirmed, say, he's engaging Galamsey.
I see.
Meanwhile, some of the things that President Mahama, the code of conduct, and appointees, by now that MCE should be out of office. Why is he still there? So me, this propaganda of Galamsey in there, look, the NDC must come out and just apologize to Ghanaians. Say, I have the national focus. We've benefited from it in opposition. Now this is the reality. MPP, come on board, or we should have a national stakeholder forum and see how we can work around this Galamsey. It's look, we are
national stakeholder forum.
No, this is strictly on Galamsey.
Yes, we've done that severally. Maybe the last one was when Otun for catch politicians said to you and say, "Mo amote he nyina mu ni mo me Galamsey, mumu bebre titia mo Galamsey." E wo kan university greater.
You see,
I can university me boa. I was can university.
Remember, we are meeting news. Galamsey fight no sese akra ayeku. Etua ewo site ho. And yet, to the same, one Chinese nini driver.
Yeah. We are gold.
Yeah. So that tells you, say, and yet, in Tokwabia, you can just have it a walk in the park, say, oh, cost stop it, sir.
Yeah.
No. But where I also feel, say, national stakeholders now can say, I think to some extent, so I know in that various communities, so almost disappointed. Look, there are some communities, whether we like it or not, I will do much power.
Yeah.
Brown, so almost won't that. 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So this Galamsey thing, no, I think one of the info is it Mampohin or something like that. Understand? So in Hono, ultimate to Galamsey. On any power. So there are other chiefs that I feel say some would take it that entrance stance say, look, yempene, and now president no and making it say, look, we are MCE, Mama 6 months. If you are not able to nip Galamsey in the bud, opposition, you lose it. So any strategy and any help will be open. Bring it to national government. Let's see how we can move in and assist. Because we cannot say Galamsey no, the same methodology no apply across the country. Maybe what is happening in Etua or what is happening in Wasa might not be the same as, because there are certain places no guys at me have on way to the extent say information. Maybe I don't have evidence, but they're able to compromise our security services. That before we approach you, now you catch them say, oh yeah, background, the lead. Every side. So if we are able to have a concerted effort, say, look, baby, I drew President Afre for this fight. It's not only for politicians. Baby, I drew you there, and the make a national state. Look, it's not the usual thing calling everybody. You call your MCs, you call the chiefs. This is the fight. These are the people I think say we can all sit down and work around. I info more some to me, more custodians. MC a major way chino and I am a rep wa. Yan said they be lazy. Solution be an outcome be with the bebano on from bra Jubilee House. And straight ahead we'll see the strategy we are moving in with. Now yet me a survey. Because here's some ambassador is it Danish ambassador also?
Yeah, they are going one.
You see, now even people are now having fears for Ghana. Maybe the next years to come. No?
He cannot imagine what will happen in the next 10 years.
Look, who visited some of the Galamsey sites, you ask yourself, see you be reclaiming land where? Who is going to pay for it?
Meanwhile, she excavators in the reclamation.
Excavators no say yes, no everyone say deterrence. I don't know yes yeah. So it means it's moving to another side. And I think government must institute a certain law for your friend to say, these excavators, the tracking system, there should be yes, because every excavator be a own movie they are calling
it tracking system. We muka samudi be a moye. Emma mo monitoring room. Chief of staff can be no monitor excavators, mukoto drones. How long can we?
You see, yeah, we've suffered from Galamsey, and I'm a Ghanaian say to Abetia. A month or so to election. A month or so to election. Oh, look, virtually, your friends and civil servants, they wanted to go on strike. How can 7 months down the line? I'm saying because they are not declaring the strike. So we've suffered from it. So who making reference to Rasa? That means you are making reference to Bibia, ye feel say yentimi and ye suffer the electoral consequence for
no more castle.
No castle improve the reset agenda. It's not the meaning.
Yeah.
You can reset it. Necessary reference on your baby. No feel say enko ya usu be resetting. So
ya na ya buy. Kamadi me da was say enko Ablekuma North issues no na in the Hong Kong Electoral Commission the where it is more of explanation, clarification of almost earlier statement, but are you convinced by what they say, the outstanding polling stations are no longer 3, they are 19 because officers did not validate 19 pink sheets, and this is only dawning on them belatedly in July after 6 months. We are convinced by say explanation on the
thank you, but quickly, maybe some 1-2 things. That Erastus has come out to say that Galamsey today is getting worse. Are not borne out by the facts on the ground.
What are the facts?
The facts are that before the NDC came to power, there were about 9 forest reserves that were being illegally mined. Samioka say 8 have been retrieved by government. Now, you cannot talk a success like this and, still you'll be rated as if Galamsey is still, worse than it used to be. It cannot be worse. If there were 9 that were being illegally mined and 8 have been retrieved, that's progress. It means that illegal mining in our forest reserves, MPP MPP 8 if in 9 no more. And that's a fact. Okasan also, you chipped in one thing with regards to, tracking the various excavators or equipments being used. Now, there's one thing we are doing that was not being done. The reason everybody knew the MPP for they were joking about fighting Galamsey, and it was very simple. Our approach, 1, Gold Board is now buying gold, mopping up every gold in Ghana. But and also better gold in Ghana unless you go through Gold Board. The very act that constitutes the Gold Board says that they will not buy gold from Galamseyers, only from small scale miners. Exactly my point. So that's why Gold Board has a task force. They've also gone through most of
because gold near label no Galamsey for the any
senior people may come back.
Okay.
They have a task force. Now most of them were unleashed, and they have started doing jobs and all those kind of things already. So I'm saying that the NDC is using a multifaceted approach. With the back, of course, even the IGP has his own task force. And somebody who is the chairman of the Small Scale Miners Association. He is the chairman of people who have licenses to mine small scale. But he's been arrested by the police.
Why has he been arrested?
Because he was trying to, according to the story, he was trying to, deter illegal money. You see, there's one thing we need to know. Sinabibi, people have license to mine legally. You could have a concession of about, let's say, 10 miles. But those people who have the license to mine, within those 10 miles of mining area, could along the 10 miles, give concessions to people to mine illegally. Once you are out of that 10 miles, you are mining illegally. As a China, no. So now, Minerals Commission is here, and all those people who give out the licenses, they know, say, Mama Kamaldeen, 10 miles is on conquered and mining. Task force, baby, not on the number 15. 5 now also now are illegal mining. And I think that's one of the jobs for which the Blue Water Guard people have been, trained.
The last time I spoke to Michael Pepra, the small scale miners president now, it had to do with a press conference they had held earlier, indicating
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
There are questionable groups calling themselves task force. Omonam small scale miners or more legal concessions so. Started secret free or more. And under duress, asking miners to either pay or lose or more excavators and all of that. So on a press conference calling on the minister and the president to streamline a tax force for no more buying tax force because sometimes I'll say Terebia Wana Nkofosha Somalia Omo so for national security. Omo koya na Obi Swaba if your office way tax force no swaba until they will be mourning the spate of extortion and Nti ene me te say ache no. Na I was wondering AC say or ye illegal mining ana and me kan story no say he was trying to intervene in the arrest of group B. Nti me busa me say
98.9.
is this intervention because of concerns with task force storming their sites and extorting money from them when they are supposed to be legally mining and so because only problem they say obiara na nam no jijiska nti bia okoshia task force ni bisa thinking say and asem kwa na de bia mo high adwensa it is not as if so oye galamsey ni bi what in America na say nti may the way to so that in discussing his arrest, we don't create the impression.
So things are in perspective.
Oh yeah, Galamsey.
Oh no. That's right. Oh no, then you're not listening to me, please.
No, that was
please. Then you're not listening to me. I said this. There are multifaceted approach that is being used to fight Galamsey. One of which is the IGP's special task force. I Necra operation Koche, chairman of a small scale miners in Meboa. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I was speaking towards the direction of the fact that a lot is being done to fight Galamsey today, and it is visible. Wait, please. But listen to me.
That way.
But have I landed? Have not landed on your talking. So how will I land?
Yeah, but that is why I'm here.
So allow me to speak.
So that
you have also
in context.
Exactly. You have also added an angle to it, which if myself, I even reiterated that when I was making the point. Say somebody could be given 5 miles to go and mine. Ochako 6 now you are illegally mining. These are facts.
But that's not why he's been arrested.
I haven't said that.
That's the point.
Indeed, I never even
for you to have
Charlie,
to the equation, no.
That's my problem.
You are not paying attention, so allow the host. I have not even associated him with what I just said. I'm saying it is a possibility.
But it creates an impression. You do agree? I'm
saying that
an impression.
To say that it creates an impression will mean that I am suggesting that everybody who has, license to mine legally with a concession is doing additional concession. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that it is also a fact that people are doing that.
It is a fact that people are doing
exactly my point.
Yes, but
in this case,
you delinkate that from the arrest.
And I'm saying I agree with you completely. In fact, I have not even linked him towards any of those things. I have not. Suffice to say that just because he's been arrested today, and we are and I even mentioned why he was arrested. That he was trying to intervene in the arrest of some people. What were the people doing? I don't know. They could have been doing what I just said they were doing.
Or they could be legal small-scale miners
who are victims of those illegal task force.
Yes.
Completely agree with you. That's why we are saying that we should have a more, like you said, a concerted effort. It is correct. We should go that way.
Okay.
But we should also understand that we have made progress, far-reaching progress than it was. You are getting my point. We have made excellent progress.
Oh yes, so we'll briefly deal with some issues.
But for the intervention, I would have. But for the intervention, I would have. So it is not true that Galamsey today is worse. Indeed, there is evidence.
The MPP has boycotted Ablekuma North, but their candidate is busily campaigning in Ablekuma North. Then. Do you get the sense that there is a divided front and
it's a political tact?
Really?
I mean, these things happen. They have gone to sit and realize that, of course, that plays their stronghold. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, they had the feeling that maybe the NDC has momentum. And we won an election massively. Take Dr. Kwabena, for example. Nobody thought we win Dr. Kwabena, but we have won. So if you are in Ablekuma North, then you're a politician. And the EC is going to do a rerun of 19 police stations. I mean, all the resources of both parties are coming in there. Naturally, you in the minority or in opposition may feel, somewhat uncomfortable. So they raise concerns, but their concerns cannot go beyond the matter that is being discussed right now. The NDC was insisting on how many polling stations?
32. 37.
I think 37. Of scanned documents. That could not be verified by the presiding officers who worked there. In Sinankasa, original copies of that form, that's the question. They lost
they were all
it.
bent.
Exactly the point. So from that very day that happened, nobody should have had any conversation about scanned documents or whatever. Nobody. Because we needed a source document to be verified.
My tree endorse mommy.
Oh, sorry, Mufanchemi. The document to be verified is the original copy. Any easy copy now. Or you yes, I done. Sisi an asheno. And no, any ideas where the bedding about to home. Because scan copies here now saying in the digital space. I'm a tech guy. I'm a software engineer. You can easily change the figures over there in a scanned print. Now they are better to processing it here. So there should have been no conversation about using scanned whatever it was. We should have gone for a rerun in those places directly with security protection. That should have been the argument from day one. By now, not forever.
98.9.
But because of the ineptitude and incompetence of the EC, that's why we are here. We are. Bossman Asari, you all heard him today. First, Dr. Siribo Kwaku. They speak as though there is EC, some just small organization. Meanwhile, it is the bedrock of our democracy, the Electoral Commission. So Mojumali is showing here as smart young. Because they are responsible for producing who leads this country. And look at their attitude. Last year registrations, for instance, they were collating results. They were collating results with a Coral Draw, yeah. A design software and already quality results. When you had better, software tools, Excel,
basic crowd.
Yes. I'm a bit media at the end, it will give you nice graphical representation and everything. The whole EC boss, the catcher is on all the Coral Draw. And in any civilized country on earth, that one should have been fired. Many mentors are and Ghana has she's not an appointee. She was appointed.
But then the removal no is not.
The removal, it is clearly written in there. Stated misbehavior and incompetence. No credible person, it is stated clearly there. Stated misbehavior and incompetence. Incompetence, and say, what the Coral Draw, a design software, and
materials.
Yes. To aggregate results. And it was full of mistakes. You see, Nana don't lower the bar by appointing her in the first place. And Bossman Asari.
98.9.
Then they added their partisan that gentleman. Their communicator now and another appointing commission. All those people, you see, by now they should be gone. Ghana, no crack. Let me say, the people have their stated misbehavior and incompetence in all their actions. With me, results back home. 5 times, 5 different results. The Coral Draw and aggregated figures. They have IT, directors who have virtually no qualification when it comes to IT. And also, you have gone to an election. The source document is your property. You don't give it to the presiding officers or Mufankufi. First thing you should have done appropriately was to just reorganize that place under tight security. And also we are in July.
Now, Happy FM.
What is also
8.9.
significant in all of this Ablekuma North, the commissioner herself has been silent.
In this part of our world, how should I say it? Yes, if that woman, excuse me, if she had any iota of dignity left, she should have resigned in January. And I'm being honest with you. Ono, Bossman Asari, Mr. Teti, all of them should have resigned by January. They know where they are. Look, it's done. I'm sure. Somebody has dragged them to Shradwana.
I need to check. Recently?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody is making a case for their removal. Okay. I think if we Google right now, we may even find, It's there, in terms of, and I was here. That thing will happen, as early as possible, so we can reset the Electoral Commission, bring in more competent and serious people who will take their job there serious and do it.
Kamadi, Ablekuma North, are you in or you are out?
Brown.
Minia.
Olale Kasembi. Let me see President Nanado Elowa at the bar by appointing her in the first place. I don't hold brief for them. I don't speak for the Electoral Commission. But yeah, comparison, not lowering of the bar. The best lowering of the bar is a appointed commissioner, any the deputies. They ended up petitioning against themselves.
And I shall say,
what? How can you? This is the lowest of the low. Say boss nankasa a petition say me deputies in yes say not deputy so petition against omo boss. That is how you can lower a bar. Now you see the NDC approach now omo take, you know. I'm looking at it from this place here. They started by arguing on 17 polling stations. How come they are accepting 19? That should tell you something. Because if you were true to your word, say no, 37, and who NDC will disagree, you stand by your principle. To say you're standing by the 3, no. 3 were in contention. Did you hear MPP say a word? Even in opposition crowd, we're still stuck to that 3. Say in contention. Now, what's our share near your friend is electoral commission cannot through Bismark. The question I ask myself, any NDC, you can say, if as a January and I declare results, no, and a honorable free MP no, would we be talking about this 19 polling stations? Say, your friends say presiding officers and validating this annual. Would they be saying that today? Absolutely not. So you get to know, say, NDC feels like, okay, they are in power, they can have some machinations, and then they get it away. Even though they know clearly, say, because me, I didn't wait now from January, electoral commission, you have one posture. Now, 2 weeks, I'm declaring every 2 weeks there, Brown, and do 2 weeks. But Muslim, you call rerun. And it beats my mind. It really beats my mind. And why NDC suddenly now believes, say, we should go for 19. We should go for 19. It's a ball of contention. Now, Brown, yeah, but 2 days ago, General Secretary acquired a PowerPoint presentation. Or see, among forces say through technology, people can doctor
figures on scan
things.
documents.
Yeah. And he said, me say, me see, Happy FM polling station, minya 100, you should be able to challenge it with Nyawusu Kra.
Happy FM 98.9.
So NDC losing the pink sheets now. Okay.
So meanwhile, baby, I keep pink sheets no. ECD na wo enye parties in there. The parties had their copies. Into how NDC lost all their pink sheets no is also another matter.
So I'm coming. Constituency almost 281 polling stations. Yeah, quiet running only 19. Yeah, we are not there. So who NDC? Who knew pink sheet? If they say electoral commission, the 19 never count. That's what I see figure no MPP and say on what basis are you going to challenge it? We also will lose figures in now. So now you are going to rely only on 19 now. Because now NDC cannot go and bring extra 20th pink sheet to us. Because we lose some pink sheets now.
No, they lost pink sheets of the affected polling stations, not the entire constituency. Because a good number of the polling station results had been collated. It was only 37, and now kana basa.
So, as I said, the general PowerPoint presentation. NDCC or 37 polling station or challenging electoral commission. If electoral commission comes down to 19, they should have brought their 18 normal krano to still challenge the electoral commission. Say this is why we say it's 37 and not 19. Have you heard anything like that from NDC?
Mr. Uti was Manasaria. The explanation mine is 18 polling stations now omoji 2 muno. It is because NDC agent ano any MPP agent ho edi adanse say scan copy na MPP de buy no ampa me na me agent ho no reflects the results and presiding officer and so ejitum. So the NDC didn't need a pink sheet to do that exercise. They just had to check say MPP de no the same as nipa na no represent to omo edi ho adanse na what in America can say? So we say question now. But Panasari explanation, said the 18,
as a result of consensus. MPP there also was scam copies. Into the scam copy neba near NDC agent and no polling station or can you confirm says scam copy we a true reflection of your course was saying aye. EC officer betima confirm or say aye. Mumi and Sanja to Mudi and any ajatum. But same could not be said for the 19.
So maybe how did they arrive at the 3?
Bosman Asari should be giving us answers.
So good, because if Bosman Asari goes back to this explanation, then he's not even truthful to Ghanaians.
Exactly the point.
But for you to have arrived at 3,
yes,
it means that once you accepted then, that's what I'm saying. If they had declared in January or February, would we come to this conclusion today? So the bottom line of this whole thing is that NDC feels like, okay, let's go in, we squeeze this thing out of their hands, then we come out and say we are still popular. But I'm telling you, yeah, it's because of purposes of clarity. Other than that, even the 98.9 other executives now they won 14 out of it. The MPP won 14 out of it.
Out of the 19.
Out of the 19. Now, Adebakusa 3 Madrid consul say, out of the 3 now outstanding, one of the polling stations is not included in this rerun.
Gloryland polling station.
Yes. So you ask yourself why? Adena will see 3.
What the 19 affected
so you can clearly see the kind of game electoral commission able. So when it comes to this electoral commission thing, we'll be some question MPP. Are we contesting?
Are you in or you out?
Are we in or not? Look, if you take all the 3 parties, I will agree that there's been inconsistencies. Electoral Commission, which is the chief architect of this whole thing. NDC, who claim they had 37, they said they are okay with the explanation of what's the name? EC. And my party has taken a stand, which till today means any change. So I want to believe that the neck ekan. But the person in question 98.9. From information, I mean, and they say she's bent on going for that election. I won't fault her because there are certain things that the last hang
she's
parliament
departing from party in position.
The last hang parliament. Independent candidate, so free we brought him. We accepted him. Is that not it? And he's representing the ticket of the party. And a normal circumstance, Rebecca said, we violated party no rule. So sometimes rules are meant for human beings. They are made for human beings. But
this is also telling on the General Secretary Nene Juma.
No, he's telling, but the General Secretary has not come out with a contrary view as of today.
Yeah, but my point is that the General Secretary of the party who signed a queer 3 years forms and submitted to the EC, said the party which is sponsoring the candidate is staying out of the election, but the candidate is campaigning and ready to contest. What does this say about the leadership as General Secretary?
It doesn't say anything about his leadership because it doesn't say. If you say what does it say about his leadership, the General Secretary comes out to communicate the decision of NEC.
And the party member goes against
General Secretary comes to make the decision of NEC. It might even happen, say, at NEC meeting, Nukra disagree, but finally has to come out. This is the work of a General Secretary.
Okay, but
we can go for a meeting.
You're not answering his question.
The decision.
You're not answering his question.
I'm answering. We can go for a meeting. I'm the secretary. I will have to come and communicate, not the national chairman or the youth organizer or whoever. But in that said meeting, I may have disagreed with all of you that no, we should go and contest. I said no, we voted. But when I come out, I need to come and communicate.
It's about communicating the decision of the group and saying it here. And near a fan of a contrary thing. What's the work communicating to no? Is it equally not your job to ensure compliance?
So
Happy FM 98.9
be based on the next decision again. If after Ochina honorable a free a contest, no, but as of today, the person is campaigning. The person can say me withdraw. Yet me election, deed of election, no be actually say well, withdraw from the election. It happens. What about that one? But if honorable is contesting, I won't begrudge
that to be very comical on the part of the MPP.
No, that's what I'm telling you, that it cannot be comical. There are certain decisions individuals within the party. Sometimes they defy it, they go, and the party still accepts them. Share me more example. This what's the name? Assembly elections, and him say undertone political parties. Ensa Esha say, ebinum to me defy omo party stance. Eko omo ko win, we other party works with them. It doesn't show say the party is weak.
So you admit Sekwe Free defy party in all this?
I wouldn't say she's defied.
That's what he has done. Come on.
Please.
Oh, mommy example says Kofobi to me defy and they are brought back. Is she defying in this instance?
In this case, the information I'm getting is that she's on the ground campaigning.
Is she defying the orders?
She's on the ground. The information I'm getting is that she's on the ground campaigning. Nyami Adum Ochina will be the D-Day. As to whether she will make it, that is contest or not.
Ochina Mai and
as of Ene, on what basis will you punish her? Because
she's campaigning.
No. She's campaigning doesn't mean campaigning is the market also be to me campaigning. Did of election crowd me with
but all take but party ni say ya de ni aba court.
Brown.
Into that electorates na.
Who need to make us or that electorates no. It is her conviction to contest what you are saying. And it NEC may come out with a decision. I'm not part of NEC. So if Honorable Afriye is on the grounds campaigning, that is a personal decision to take, and it will behove on NEC to know the subsequent decision they will come out with. That is all that I can say.
The party is in disarray, to be honest.
The party, well, in 2016, today we are back in power. So after election, every party, once you lose, because I can lose here by now, and can never move back a President John Mahama Kran.
Your executives are not control.
Unfortunately for you, you've won power, so definitely you feel some party more united. Very soon, the best starting po.
The General Secretary has lost control of the party.
You think so?
He has.
He's not lost control.
Yes. People are defying him left, right, center. They invite people to disciplinary. Come on.
Which people?
I just have and not do just decide not to show up and all those. Nothing is being done to them. Your party is in disarray.
It's never in disarray.
Your executives are not being respected.
If a court of competent jurisdiction, I invite you. You reserve the right to say so. Let me end. My end there. You won't say. So who decided then now the court will then take its own decision. And I but for you to appear the own decision, decide who the filming call. Emre do no one and court will say go and arrest. And I mean
2 points in his name.
Me point in say even court to me Wagana. If me invite to be already decided say uncle any right say obey decided say on here.
So what is the verdict
in the case of the court? Be Brown before and in the case of you can even appear before a court and you decide not to speak.
Okay.
And it will be based on the course also decision to give its judgment. Your refusal to speak does not mean they won't be so be decided say oh appear before be a Malandia that's why you start here we interject here no I was on Bruni Tiana it's a court craft for our open uncle I've not landed
but that's what he said but actually no
that's what he said then he explained
until I say Malandia maybe I was
so the point is that in the case of court now Okano Oton Safrawa your prerogative to come or not one ma the court
there are consequences
certain action
Yes.
His point is that in the case of your party and the general secretary, onoma what your cartamo say don't disciplinary committee any more show up no. Consequence ben on my bear.
So Brown, in party issues
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
These are you're afraid this to appear before disciplinary committee. You're more day to appear. Sunday bet me am on letter. Now I can say next month, bro. Next month. It doesn't mean you're more letter no. Your channel no appear before disciplinary committee. It say I'm more stated date. Maybe I invite me and I say ending of the month. Then I decide to come and sit on social media and be ranting say member. I'm running soon yeah. So the disciplinary committee will not mind you.
Now in her case, I'm running soon.
Okay. I may decide to be ranting on social media. Say me in court disciplinary committee will not take any decision because date no drew ya me nipa na nka say den on appear. Say date no drew na omo betenase. Na time na omo man no, time na pa be an hour or two or so na ya frau umba e bia also umba. Then that one they can also progress.
Okay, now let's move beyond
and then
let's move beyond
the disciplinary committee also
you need to take all the time. Not the fact
no, you spoke here. Time is quick. I'm dancing around the issue. I'm not dancing around. What is the consequence?
I'm not dancing around. But there is
a clear case,
a real case before you, and so young farmer told the real case.
And which is the real case?
In the case of Adwa Safo, time now, Omoma and so ya na.
Time now, Omoma and so But do you know the communication behind the scenes between Omuni and Adwa Safo?
What's the invitation not published?
Never.
Why won't the consequences also be public?
So
Okay.
no.
Let's
Obi Eliki, maybe Brown. Obi
Kamal is just dancing around the issue. Senior Bibi, let's just
I
go.
think I can do what he's doing. Who kasa me ma? Ya ma time I will sound back to Galamsey.
No, but you had finished
over 5 minutes. No, you hear Galamsey. I had the patience for you. Who can Galamsey issue? Don't dictate to.
So you just end.
So because I don't interject.
You have less than 30 seconds to end.
Me Pacho, if Obi Eliki the disciplinary issue to into the media, maybe I will subsequent communicate no whether ako ana enquire and no gentleman and leaky into the media. You don't know. I don't know. How many times will disciplinary actions ever media mo NDC? But there are people maybe you suspended.
All right, that's it. Suspended Chief Justice the Niachre ECOWAS Court also compare justice or the argument in say by her suspension no effectively president ne free akonya no so mreko a ontie na asem indeterminate na asem eye and so untimi performing a constitutionally appointed duty also were and therefore oko ECOWAS Court na okope justice because the land of freedom and justice has denied her justice. Holali. And then I'm with the MME. A press conference. What can I say? As a mompenti, what titi and a fan who do you say? And they say no, Mako International. The impression being created in the international community is say, John Ramani Mahama buying 8 titi at the Chief Justice so. And undermining democracy. How do you defend this?
After the appeal to PT, and I just had a press conference. I think it was ill advised. She may have to do something about her counsels. In her case, so currently a lot of people are being hauled before lots of bodies, yes, and even arraigned before court and all that. But because of how their counsels are handling the matter.
Okay.
You are before a committee. The committee has chosen a crown person and all those kind of things. 10 days instead of 7 days of beside the petition amount, whatever you wanted. The committee hearings are being hosted in a presidential space. Here and another like the tronable ACC said the at presidential standard. A whole yeti was a more.
Yeah.
Sabe who buying any committee for unso near den. Ya bom who buying come. You see the whole discussion Kamiako say it cannot be possible. The petitioners are also there, they have the right. And 146 states clearly in camera it is basically in camera. It cannot be anything else. Because there are people who petitioned.
Yeah.
They must also be protected. The committee members are also there. And then you yourself also. The whole thing started with a lot of complaints and all that. But you see, I'm not going to go too much into all those kind of things. A prima facie case was established against you. Based on the petitioner, President received, and based on the advice. Yet it has a CIA. It has been flawless for President Mahama with regards to 146 constitutionally. President Mahama is flawless.
Okay.
If you can be in home, the manager no first OG petition no Council of State want to see. We are told unanimously they accepted that look there's a case to be answered. Committee is formed. Suspension is also there.
8.9.
You cannot continue to be Chief Justice. Your probably stated misconduct and incompetence. You want us to allow you to continue doing those things while you are being, you are appearing before the committee. Why does it happen? Sometimes I don't understand what the woman is, seeking to do with some of these comments. We are seeing yes, petitions have been brought against you. It has been established that you have a case to answer. A committee is being formed. Cooperate with the committee. Indeed, if I were here, anytime I come out to say anything, it would be that the committee should expedite a human or more. Say, she will see her fate in term. Certain who saw and our committee report to me suggest say, then she has to be removed. Then she can have enough time to even prepare, her case to fight to clear her name if she has anything to clear. You are not allowing the committee to do it. But instead, you are in the open, trying to take on some. None of those things she's talking about regarding the committee sittings. The hearing is being held in one of the safest places in this country. I think
it's good. She's not complaining about the security. She's complaining about her rights. The way she's been treated.
It's fundamental to that. I mean, she's not safe, not to.
Yeah, beyond physical safety.
Yeah.
She's
of course, we understand the emotional.
Talking about her rights. The fact that you have a chairman of the committee or yet witness to one of the petitioners in the same matter. She raised that in a press conference. She talks about the very processes, her suspension itself. These are matters beyond just physical security.
One, her suspension is dictated by law. That once it is established that she has a case to answer, she has to be suspended. I don't know where President Mahama can. So once you have a case to answer, you cannot continue to work. And also, go through the committee, hearings quietly. When the report comes and you disagree, you can take it up. Has she not filed, a case in court?
It was unanimously dismissed.
Yes. Other people also on her behalf have done same. Abranti lawyer, your friend is saying, Tafo MP. Yes. All those things have been dismissed from the courts. Now, so be not die a court a Chief Justice. Or she is the chief of all of them. Is the one making these complaints. Because people bring cases before her every time. Or say, the court, a case I call a high court. Judge and say, the mid-4. Open the next, court on appeal. Yes, Anna, that's how the judicial process works.
The law is still the law.
Exactly. And she's getting exactly what she's telling people.
98.9.
The law is the law. And for me, she should rather ask for an expedited, hearing. Yes. Committee a report in the banner say, it's not what I'm expecting. I can be able to have enough time to prepare my defense. I think she may lose certain privileges,
entitlements
once she's found culpable of most of those things. But you see, I'll just end on this note.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, that sometimes your counsel matters.
Or lawyer for no.
Exactly. Maybe I say no. If I were here, I would have negotiated a very, very simple exit. Someone paying other matter committee, I'm before them and all that. But when person between same way be already somebody is acting in my stead. Until I have decided to say I'll resign. Me person between side way too much. But these are my conditions. I want to be with some privileges if it is possible and all that. I'm sure the gentleman that John Mahama is. There's going to be no pity.
Okay.
At all.
Happy birthday to my friend and sister Erica Okaindate. Wishing you the best of life and in every good thing. Okay, so say wishing you the best of life and every goodie in it. Awesome. God richly bless you for being an amazing person in my life. I love you so much. Remember, this is the beginning of greater things to come. This is from your friend and sister Agnes, Ola College of Education. Happy birthday to you, Erica Okaindate. Amasaman Bruni, suspended Chief Justice running to ECOWAS court.
African Court on Human Rights and on Human and People's Rights.
Okay.
And this is Agbesiwo Yomi versus the Republic of Ghana. If I any case, send our Ghana court.
Yeah.
But when he felt his rights were
trampled upon, 98.9.
Yeah. So let's first state it say so that people should not be spewing this propaganda out there, say untrusted in the systems are not on Ankasan or preside over.
Yeah.
But before me starting, I want to make some comment on the ending. No?
Okay.
You see, so Chief Justice press conference I'll hold here. Or say the Chief Justice can go and negotiate with the president. How does somebody you feel say there's a prima facie case against the person come to you for negotiation?
His proposal is before we get there. That's what she should have done.
That
before the establishment
left to him. No, Anka Uncle President John Mahama, the gentleman as he is, he will agree. Then negotiating, non resigning. And Utie Chief Justice press conference. If she resigns, that benefit she loses.
Yeah.
Because in the case, will still be hanging, and posterity will say she ran away. When she was supposed to answer to certain issues.
She could have also said she was being hounded, so she had to leave the job.
No. But I like the spirited fight she's putting up.
Okay.
Let me go and speak, defend myself to the last end, and if they bring whatever judgment, the judgment will be there for posterity.
Okay, talk.
For posterity to judge. What does it?
I'm not for say more person to tree anymore. Tree.
Oh, okay. Me pay. Ni
what the fra
yeah,
but yeah bro do so change tree.
Oh, okay, but Mr. Me patch to say me bra patch on. Won't say so catch nipa ni say nipa ni resigner. It means one way or the other no kra nipa na ajatum say nyama na ye petition na ewo president any and nobody come back and no kra bi wom because me am tell abonte I can come to that conclusion say anything
not necessarily. Oh, the resignation.
You cannot control what people make out of that.
No, I'm saying just 1 second.
I'm just
money. Yes, he will pick
small minutes now.
No, I'm saying is that he may proceed on that tangent, which will not be correct. That's why I just wanted to put it in. And that's all.
Please let me.
Okay, no problem.
Now, one of the petitioners, no. Reason me refer the article in the Constitution where it says the Supreme Court take a decision now. Won't mean single one person out and blame the person for that decision. The decision is binding on Omunina because we are book in said in their judicial term. Book you are obia that judgment they sign against the way. But one of the lead Chair committee in Justice Kwama, who was part of that decision, no, take care. But now Obi a petition against Chief Justice Nkwa, and you are coming to preside over it. It doesn't add up. Where Justice Kwama, you could have clearly said, no. Per this petition, I'm going to find the prima facie case against
98.9.
That decision way there, and as a petition way there, you do to my name. And I'm going to say, Onukran onim idea or answer to because you can't say out of petitions me answer no ya jiji na atum ana da bi me answer no ya boba ko egu mienu na aka be answer to okoso a oni ne cancel nya omunim idea omko answer to so tell me what am I answerable for enu so musi munka okodru abe according to and nobody
as a judicial ambush
obia so emba abonte embe counter say the Chief Justice in a press conference and he said, this is the first time try a case like this. They are called Baby Village. Edu Lodge. Edu Lodge, according to her, it was some kind of memory beer. Emmanuel Enyamano.
Say no dear. It does not lie in your mouth to determine
maybe. No, but is it not a stated fact?
It is not a privilege.
Judicial issue be and why yako is it not stated?
But it's the first time.
So why must he be the first? And I'll catch you say, baby, I would do kono. And man is some bad memory. So what you do say infringe on the right crap because sometimes psychologically you do call baby not at me ignites memories be amawa.
Defense wona ye kwakoye wo mu probe no wona akire bebia ye nkonkohia
o say
wona ye ye mu hwehwe wona akire bebia ye nkohia
no but also you can try obi case wo hodan
it doesn't matter
it matters a lot
say ho nye court
it matters a lot and on the committee is not you o say ho no ye siesie for den ye siesie say ye digi ho ada no ye ko jina sa ho ye ko try in the case ye ko he has facilities there
conference rooms there
yeah
a multi-purpose diplomatic center. There be the same. Any madjuma se meboa wo.
He's starting the conversation. Yeah.
What can say me mama correct it? No till what can say me mama correct it? ɛhɔ a multi-purpose diplomatic center with conference rooms ahodoɔ a state ne person use the ebiribi obetimi it is not a hotel or a lodge where people sleep. Enye a hospitality facility. It is a diplomatic center. Several meetings can take place there. Nano President Akufo-Addo a commission building no or chile we nyina. Maybe.
All right. So I'll come back to say anybody see ohona ne anchor yakwa execute no.
There be wankasa.
Sorry, yes, wankasa. Or see during the
or see ohona omoko planning.
Yes. Thank you for the correction. So udinuko hwa a man is anybody so pronounce in guilty at least as the Chief Justice of the land out trying you can look for a better place. Once sometimes let's even accept say anka why guilty. Sometimes obi to play the devil's advocate or say a higher man, you can move it to a certain place or feeling more secured or comfortable. Now, whatever decision you still want to, and I said the procedure, it doesn't change the project. It won't change the membership of the committee. It's just the venue. What does it mean if I were to be part of and to suggest to the president
that the venue must not have any impact on the whole process?
Because sometimes
if the venue must not have impact on the process, then why does she have a problem with the venue?
Say but no. Or see psychologically no, I dare not ever an effect on her. Me, that is the point I'm looking at. And one say, Obisu who did a nipa air call before a committee to go and answer to the consequence of the outcome. At least you have to try somebody who is of a sound mind. And to say now, baby, I want to see affected psychologically. I don't want to use, but one word that it can affect her delivery. And her delivery will be based and then mamu outcome, final judgment. So me, I would say the Chief Justice
because we through court. No, said in some court, we through court in Tini and Fanon Kobe before
we decide she way back. You are making it
Happy FM 98.9
too simply. But unim say and your court obi individuals crowd were right say judge where otiho meaning himself he won't be fair to me. Yet me change judge.
By near so kind.
Meaning say obema say on some reasons why she say I didn't affect. So one can say I had them ba me feel comfortable e bia air con ni adwuma ni sa na no bia ka say luxury asem. Or card there happen in our history. I do some now and easy ma the affected families. I am be cry yambe to your show tell sukrana and easy and you don't ever will say ebe to be family. What I say. So say anybody no catch asem na yet celebrating Mother's Day in Sanyam. It's not something you can demean. That is my point. So she has every right to go to even after this court of Philip. That's what the Beko Hey Ghana baby is within her right to do so. Because finally, of a fair judgment, they accuse the MPP, President John Mahama okay, unanimous decision.
Unanimous FC.
Sorry, FC. Okay. No, two justices. Suddenly,
Happy FM 98.9.
But na bogu. Assembly na bogu. Can we also come to that conclusion, say, unanimous FC? Can we? Because me, I won't come to that conclusion. I want to believe, say, justice is in
okay.
But we have a sitting president who accused the whole... Look at the appointment at Wabeye,
7.
Abeka Supreme Court. Meanwhile, no, see, young cap the NDC said, which including the president, said we should cap the appointment at the Superior Court. But you came and added. So, more about them, be different. Chief Justice, I'm speaking through this medium, say, if you still feel, say, the ECOWAS court is not enough for you, seek for redress wherever you want to seek for the redress.
That's it. So, we are wrapping up.
Let me pick it up from where
you have less than a minute.
Oh, less than
Yes.
About the capping. But your capping, as we speak, there is no cap on the number of people to be put on the bench.
But he could have done it.
You know that?
You could have done that before.
Yeah, he could have done that.
But has that been done? Is there a law?
Why hasn't he done
I'm
that?
saying that.
When he was saying
about 1 minute, I'm saying that currently there is no law on capping. It's as simple as that.
So why did he say there should be a cap?
But the man told you that he wants to balance the bench first. So once the bench is balanced, then you can cap.
Was that an imbalance?
That's how you do it.
Was that an imbalance?
Of course, yes.
So the people who have been sent there are NDC judges.
Oh, you are not getting the point.
Balance now, sir. Then who's not?
There were people with a certain number who were churning out certain judgments in a certain direction. Now there's a new president who feels that there are other people who
they confirm
so brought the 7 to come and balance for him. He brought people. So the 7 justices to balance. You see what you don't like. So there are NDC justices. No, there are NDC justices you've brought to balance. I am only telling you that there is no law. You brought 7 to come and balance. So people will be put there to balance it first, and then we will cap it. So NDC justices are there to balance. You go to the US, it happens. Last one. About Mamine, you know. When I spoke about the resignation, like we have, you know, now laws are allowing for.
Clock is ticking.
If anything, so you can do a plea bargaining, not so. So I'm saying that when you decide to resign, you have given an opportunity that is not going to waste everybody's time. It could be considered in good faith, so that what you would have lost if you are found guilty of all these things is wrong. For a plea bargain, it's an agreement of a commission of a crime, and now you want to settle. That
proposal is
what crime has she committed?
Because there is no constitutional arrangement.
What crime has she committed to go for a plea bargain?
Negotiate your way out when a prima facie case
is against. No, we are saying that. Please. I'm saying she could have elected that she wanted to resign. Resignation does not mean I am accepting that I am guilty.
When she's been accused.
She said maybe I'll be frustrated by the process. Maybe. So I don't want to go.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. You've had all the time. Holali Agbameva Enatin in Kano representing the NDC. You heard Kamaldeen Amasaman Bruni also representing the New Patriotic Party. I represented you in Ghana within a Bismark Brown. Many thanks to my team. And up next,